Doubtfire, dear. I specialize in the education and entertainment of 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 entertainment.
Candy and the sun. Could you make me a woman?
Showtime.
I know you're used to Lucy, but I run
Daggers for you. Daggers for you.
I know you're used to Lucy, but I run. Go pump, pump, pump some neurons. I know you're used to Lucy. Dinner, dinner, dinner. Such a sham. It tastes good. Such a sham. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run. Surprise.
Hip hop, bebop. Dance till you drop. Hip hop, bebop. Doesn't mean that they don't love. Hip hop, bebop. Bop, bop, bop. Dance till you drop. Hip hop, bebop.
Just a little bit of nicotine.
The sun.
Just a little bit of nicotine.
Cream in your sugar now.
A little bit of nicotine.
Doesn't mean that they don't love you.
Should've never had a birthday pad. Should've never had a birthday pad. Should've never had a birthday pad.
I know you're used to Lucy, but I run.
Daggers for you. When I'm in charge. Daggers for you.
I know you're used to Lucy, but I run. Go pump, pump, pump some neurons. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run. Such a sham. Such a sham. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run.
Should've never had a birthday pad. Birthday pad.
Hip hop, bebop. Dance till you drop. Hip hop, bebop. Doesn't mean that they don't love. Hip hop, bebop. Bop, bop, bop. Dance till you drop. Hip hop, bebop.
Just a little bit of nicotine.
The sun.
Just a little bit of nicotine.
Cream in your sugar now.
A little bit of nicotine.
Dinner, dinner, dinner.
Doesn't mean that they don't love you. When I'm in charge. Don't fuss with me.
It tastes good. Dinner, dinner, dinner. It tastes good. Pump, 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 pump.
Should've never had a birthday pad. Should've never had a birthday pad. Should've never had a birthday pad. Birthday pad.
I know you're used to Lucy, but I run. Such a sham. Such a sham.
I'm in
I
charge.
know you're used to Lucy, but I run.
Should've never had a birthday pad. Birthday pad. Pad. Birthday pad.
Hip hop, bebop. Dance till you drop. Hip hop, bebop. Mean that they don't love. Hip hop, bebop. Bop, bop, bop. Dance till you drop. Hip hop, bebop.
Candy in the sun.
Just a little bit of nicotine.
Dinner, dinner, dinner.
Just a little bit of nicotine.
Cream in your sugar now.
A little bit of nicotine.
Doesn't mean that they don't love you.
Well, that's all for today.
Bye bye.
Oh, Homer, your job is always put food on our table, and the kids will get over it.
And what about loving me?
Oh, Homer, come here.
What?
Come here.
Oh,
You are so beautiful to me. You are so beautiful.
oh.
You are so beautiful to me. So beautiful. You are so beautiful.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. I have a headache. Not really a big one. But I have a headache. Like, unironically, my head hurts. Drink water? Uh-huh. Yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing. Happy yapping? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Am I yapping? There really isn't anything to talk about tonight, honestly. It's one of those things where, you know, normally on Fridays, I don't stream. And I probably said most of the stuff that I wanted to say yesterday, or what I could have said yesterday. Oh my gosh. You know what? Maybe we will have something. Oh, wow. Maybe. That's interesting. That's interesting. Sorry, chat. Like, immediately, somebody sends me a DM about something, and we could have something here. Here, chat. So it looks like Elon Musk is going on the offensive here. A very autistic offensive. And oh boy. Oh boy, I better change the stream title. I better update the thumbnail now too. Oh no! Oh! I did my job, thank you. Elon goes on the offensive when he knows there won't be retaliation. I don't know. I don't know. I find this kind of crazy. Let me be honest with you. I almost didn't stream because technically we're gonna do a stream when Mizu gets home from work. And I was at first like, oh, we're not gonna stream. But I felt like just doing it a little bit anyway. So when Mizu gets here, we're gonna stop talking about whatever we're talking about. Doesn't matter if that's in 10 minutes or if it's in an hour. I know Lumi is playing Smite right now with Arch. But when Mizu gets here, we're all gonna converge and talk about weird DID people. If you don't know what I'm talking about, actually I don't even mean DID. I mean I mean people that have like headmates. And you already know what people with headmates are like. Here, let me just fix the thumbnail there. There we go. Thumbnail has been fixed. Oh my gosh. This is going to be interesting. I have been diagnosed with DID. I think that I mean more I'm thinking more the people that are actually just kind of crazy. Not the actual, not like damsel in distress, no. Dissociative identity. Here, let me it's a mental condition where you have 2 or more separate personalities. But we're not going to talk about them. We're going to talk about people that pretend that they have DID. Let me just pull up a couple tweets here because even though I technically quote unquote didn't have anything, there was a couple things that are there's a couple things that I kind of want to talk about today. We're going to be talking about the Elon Musk stuff. We're going to be talking about the Act Man, because the Act Man made an ass out of himself. Believe it or not, the Act Man, who always makes an ass out of himself, made an ass out of himself again. So that's cool. So give me just a moment. Again, yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Is very funny. Here, I'm just gonna announce. Bone meat? Yes. Really quickly, since we're not into the serious section, make sure you like and subscribe to the stream. I deeply appreciate that. YouTube appreciates that as well. So that is all really exciting. Are you gonna jump on the bandwagon for the hit game Concord? If somebody buys it for me, maybe I'll log in and try it once. But I have no intention to actively play the game because the game is slop. Should I desubscribe and subscribe again? No. Here we go. Pippa has a tan on stream, might be a dig at Brazil. That's funny. I play as the trash can? Maybe. Dustburn is worse, but Mizu can suffer, not Akko. Here, I have said that if somebody buys Lumi her headset, like just outright buys Lumi the her fucking 3D headset, that I would play Dustborn. I would buy and play it. So yeah. Oculus, yes. No, not the well, it's not the Oculus, it's the Quest. If somebody buys her the Meta Quest 3, I will play Dustborn for you guys. I feel like that's appropriate. Excuse me. I feel like that's an appropriate punishment. Let me make sure that all of this is covered here. There we go. Let me gift you Dustborn. Well, you can gift me it if you want, but like I'm not playing it until unless somebody buys Lumi her headset. That is the requirements for that. Better gift Lumi her headset? Yes, chat. Gift her the headset. It's only $500. I'm saying that because I know that nobody will do it. Oh, excuse me. Okay. The little political, not American politics. This is just going to be political shit here. I only have so much money. I get it. I get it. So don't do it. But like, if somebody wants to be that insane, they can. Oh, I had an update when terms and knowledge of things about DID changed. I was diagnosed 35 years ago. When the things updated, I was re-diagnosed. Ah, cool. Are you still diagnosed with it then? I have no idea. Anyway, so Elon Musk, quoting this other Twitter account here. Wow. Wow, this is insane here. That's the name of the judge, right? I'm pretty sure that's the name of the judge that that is trying to ban. They're not tried. He actually did. Yes. Holy shit. Elon Musk is like, oh. Holy cow, that's insane. Oh, excuse me. So Elon Musk says we're launching the data dump on the crimes under Brazilian law that the fake judge Alexandria has committed. Quote unquote. He can block the platform in Brazil, but he can't stop the whole world from knowing his illegal, shameful, and hypocritical deeds. Karma's a bitch, bro. Oh my gosh. Holy fuck. Oh my gosh. Elon Musk is mad. This man is mad. Kind of based. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, my eyes hurt. By the way, I recorded a video earlier today. You should watch that after this stream. Oh, is my fan still on? No, perfect. Alright. So he quote tweeted this account saying, we're shining a light on the abuse of Brazilian law committed by Alexandria de Moraes. We've been forced to share these orders because there is no transparency from the court, and the people who are being censored have no recourse to appeal. Our own appeals have been ignored, and now the people of Brazil are denied access to X. Secret justice is no justice at all. Today, we say that must change. I'm not quite sure if no, they're not showing anything under this. Okay. This account has 140,000. When was this account made? This account was made in August. Wow. There's only 3 tweets right now. Oh, here we go. Here we go. There's actually some stuff here. Oh. Hold on, let me check these community notes here. I'm very, very curious. Okay. So... wow, this is some insane stuff. Wow. Oh man, hold on just one moment. Okay. The judge unilaterally banned Twitter in Brazil. Yes. That is insane. So this account only has 3 posts right now. I'm assuming they're gonna post more as time goes on, but this is just really crazy. So they say here, for example, Moreira's August 8th order to X is the direct violation of the Brazilian law. See the comparison for yourself. Oh, okay. Oh, and they're posting it in both languages. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. So this is the order from him on August 8th. It says X must block within 2 hours and in secret the following accounts, including that of a sitting Brazilian senator in the entirety without any reference to a single illegal post from any of the accounts. So this individual was the current Brazilian senator. Wow, that is insane. They're asking him. Oh, again, this is old. Some of this is old news. Some of this is old news. And then this person, who is the wife and 16-year-old daughter of a journalist. This individual who was a pastor. This person who is the wife of a former deputy. This one is an internet personality. And it doesn't say what these people are. Okay, so he's at this judge has asked for Musk to ban these people. Or not ban these people, excuse me. Block these accounts. I don't know really what that means. I'm assuming that means that they're just not allowed to make messages. But if that means suspend, that's insane. That is absolutely insane. And then Brazilian law. Article 5, all persons are equal before the law without any distinction whatsoever. Brazilians and foreigners residing in the country being assured of inviolability of the right to life, to liberty, equality, to security, and to property on the following terms. Number 4, the expression to thought is free and anonymity is forbidden. Number 9, the expression of intellectual, artistic, scientific, and communications activities is free, independently of censorship or license. Article 220, the manifestation of thought, the creation, the expression, the information in any form, process, or medium shall not be subject to any restriction with due regard to the provisions of the Constitution. Paragraph 2, any and all censorship of political, ideological, and artistic nature is forbidden. There's some pretty based stuff here. Why haven't I heard that Brazil has some pretty good laws? I mean, like, they probably don't have all the good laws, but this is some pretty decent laws here. Internet law, Article 19, Paragraph 1, the court order concerning legal content shall contain, on pain of voidability, a clear and specific identification of the purportedly infringing content so that the material be unmistakably located. And pretty much the exact same thing in there. And this is the original order. Is it in... Okay, it's not gonna be in it. None of it's in English. Okay. 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 So I can't read this. I don't know if there's a translation. Let's see. Did somebody translate this? Does somebody translate this? Does somebody translate this? Oh, maybe this is it. Okay. This person's saying right out of the letter. All right, we're going to have to trust this here. I hope that they're correct here. This individual. Okay, so they are right-leaning individuals. So take of that what you may. You know, it's whatever. This person says here, electronic document number 16832-2024, Brasilia, August 8th, 2024, to the administrator of Ex Brazil Internet Ltda. Petition number 12404. Dear Administrator, in accordance with the confidential decision rendered in the reference proceedings, I determine the adoption of the following measures. 1. Blocking within 2 hours of the channel's profiles accounts listed below, as well as any groups managed by the users identified below, including blocking any ongoing monetization of the mentioned profiles. The platform must inform the amounts that would be monetized in their destinations under penalty of a daily fine of Brazilian 50,000. Really? I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to pronounce that right. I apologize. With the precision of the registration data to the Supreme Court. So they're saying block the ability to monetize their content under threat of a fine. Lifting the confidentiality of records, connections, and telemetric data. This platform must preserve the data and present the registration records and IP addresses in format day, month, year, hour, minute, GMT -3, regarding all access records and postings during the period from 1/4/24 to 17/7/24 of the profiles listed below. Profile users lists all these individuals. 3. Lifting the confidentiality of records, connections, and telemetric data. This platform must preserve the data and present the registration and IP addresses in this format. Regarding all access records and posts during the period from here and here of profiles related to the users listed there. Cool. Submission to this Supreme Court of all access and post records, including devices that accessed or accessing the profile related to users. Okay. So they're asking them to block these accounts and retain user information. That's crazy. Why though? Why though? That's what I want to know. Is like, why is he asking for this here? Why is he like? That's the problem I have here. And maybe the X account here will add more as time. I hope they add more as time goes on, because there's only 3 posts here. I know that Brazil has been having some issues recently with their elections and stuff. People have been getting a little upsetty spaghetti. That's like the light way to put it here, chat. I'm not trying to like be insensitive or anything, but that is kind of, you know, what's been going on. And you know, oh sorry, let me refresh Twitch chat, because I don't think the chat is updating. Oh, for some reason it's just not showing me both chats together. That's crazy. Electoral fortification. Well, that's dumb. I don't care about that. I don't know. I don't know. It's dumb. Okay. Well, I don't understand. But I'll tell you who does understand. This individual here. It looks like they're Brazilian. Yeah, they are a Brazilian. Are they an artist as well? I think they are a Brazilian artist. Because this individual decided to come out and say why they're getting censored. That person. I'm going to assume that a lot of people have seen this post. How many impressions? This has almost 5 million impressions on it. So that's interesting. We'll see just how. Well, Pete, chat, you're gonna have to like correct the fake news in real time as it comes out, if you know. Because again, I've been kind of paying attention to this. My friends, one of my friends that is kind of upset at Musk sent me this, and they're like, "Oh, Musk is stupid, and this is why." I was like, "Okay." I didn't really read it because I really didn't care at the time, but so we're gonna read it now. We're gonna read it now. This individual here identifies she/her. Their accounts says the Twitter's been banned in their country. So they say Twitter's banned in Brazil. What the heck is happening? Is Brazil censoring Twitter? Why is this happening? Here's a comprehensive explanation of the running feud between X/Elon Musk and the Brazilian Supreme Court and all the events that led up to it. I do like their little doodle here. I think this is kind of cute. Because of the Brazilian Miku thing. Let's see here. Ever since 2020, Brazil's Supreme Court, also known as the STF, took their sights to online misinformation. At the time, there were a number of high-profile influencers, religious figures, and politicians spreading harmful lies about the newly released COVID vaccine. Oh, is it really all down to that? Is it really all down to the fucking vaccine again? I'm so fucking tired of hearing about that. Is that it? Are they just mad because Elon Musk is like, oh, you should get to choose? I'm like so turned off by that I'll continue reading. I'm just like super duper frustrated. But like, holy fuck. Okay, well, we're gonna continue here. Check the proposed community note. Okay, I'm gonna... Again, I don't think I'm allowed to show that. Oh, that's funny. So there is a couple community notes here. There's a couple of community notes. The first one that people are voting on says, in order to contextualize, this post is a left-wing point of view and does not represent the truth. And then they give some articles here, which is kind of funny. And then the second one says that all the information is accurate. If you argue that there's misrepresentation, please cite the facts. And then the third one says, the information is true and the proposed note is biased and cannot be trusted. There are cat fights in community notes all the time. It's really funny. Oh my gosh. People are entitled to question the integrity of democratic institutions and electoral processes. Yes, I agree. 110%. Do you want to know why I agree? Because of last election cycle. All right, last election cycle was too insane. All right, last time was horrible. Without giving my political opinion, last election cycle was absolutely god awful. Absolutely awful, and I hated every single second of the last election cycle. So, boing boing, yes. Anyway, let's continue. In 2021, Brazil's STF Just Moraes ordered social media platforms to remove disinfo related to 19, the integrity of the electoral process, and attacks on democratic institutions. Twitter complied with some orders but resisted others. So it says, by the order of the STF, Twitter blocks 2 accounts of the Bolsonaro blogger Alan dos Santos. He is investigated in investigations in the Supreme Court that investigate the spread of fake news, threats to authorities, and the performance of digital militia that attacks institutions. Best part is that elections could be more safer, but both sides prefer it this way. I agree. Without getting too political, I agree that both sides want it messed up. They want to hurt themselves. And, by extension, us as well. Oh gosh, I feel like sneezing. Excuse me. Okay. Things start to escalate, by the way. I'm just gonna tell you right now, just based off of the fact that this person, based off of the fact that this is about COVID, I automatically have already shifted my opinion wildly. And that's bad. Bless you? Yes, thank you. Things start to escalate post-2022 elections after Bolsonaro's defeat. A number of his supporters rushed our Congress in an act of insurgency. As this happened, many right-wing politicians and influencers started all sorts of calls to arms supporting the coup attempt. This desperate scenario called for desperate measures, and Justice Moraes began to personally prosecute and find insurgents and their supporters. Led to him being labeled as a tyrannical enemy by right-wing outlets. Musk joined in by expressing his concern. And Musk says this is concerning. And then Glenn Greenwald says, I discussed and read the full translated order starting at 21:30 of our show. Key pages are below. The key contexts are two NYT articles which warn how dangerous this judge has become in his virtually, unlimited powers of censorship and detention. That is pretty dangerous. You should type. Thank you. Is it funny at you? I'm sorry. Ever since then, Musk has become more and more antagonistic towards Justice Moraes, mocking him, calling for his impeachment, and even going as far as fueling insurrectionist rhetoric. X ceased to comply with court orders and our judicial system in general. And it says that Elon Musk calls for the resignation of Alexandria de Moraes. And it says de Moraes out. Oh, okay, I'm not going to repeat that. But this is what Elon Musk claims. This led to this month's escalation where Moraes threatened to jail X's legal representative in Brazil. Musk simply chose to close down the office, leaving X completely rogue before our law. Last night, Moraes threatened our legal representative in Brazil with arrest if we do not comply with his censorship orders. He did so in a secret order, which we share here to expose his actions. Despite our numerous appeals to the Supreme Court not being heard, the Brazilian public not being informed about these orders, and our Brazilian staff having no responsibility or control over whether content is blocked on our platform, Moraes has chosen to threaten our staff in Brazil rather than respect the law or due process. As a result, to protect the safety of our staff, we have made the decision to close our operation in Brazil, effective immediately. This is insane. This is where we are now. Yesterday, Moraes sent an ultimatum to X, comply or be taken offline in 24 hours. The outcome is uncertain. Brazil is X's 6th largest consumer, so logically it would be in the best interest to reestablish legal rep and avoid this whole situation. Not really. I don't think Musk really cares. This has been Musk's reaction, however. Oh gosh. Grok generated an image of as if Voldemort and a Sith Lord had a baby and he became a judge in Brazil. It's uncanny. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! Why is... Okay, this is an opinion here, by the way. This is an opinion. Why is this happening? Because Musk is a far-right troll. Not true, by the way. This is not true, by the way. Musk was very left-leaning up until a couple years ago. Like quite a lot of people, I think that, Elon Musk saw the writing on the wall and was like, you know what? I don't think a lot of these people are that insane. Thank you, glorious chatter. I've already read that, but I appreciate that. Thank you. This whole show he's putting on is a dangerous attempt at undermining our democratically elected government's efforts to squash far-right extremism. 2022, Brazil awarded Elon Musk the Grand Cross of Order of Merit for his contributions to this country, and then they banned him. Oh boy. Oh boy. Mom, have I been eating lately? For the most part, yeah. I have. Saddest thing is that while trying to paint Brazil as some sort of dictatorship, he's actively showing his support for the ilk that tried to not only throw a coup, but have many times expressed their desire to establish a military dictatorship. And, the tyrant Alexandria is the dictator of Brazil. Wow, that is crazy. I'm not saying it's crazy what he's saying. I just think it's crazy that he's choosing to say it. It's really... Like, this is quite the crazy escalation, in my opinion. The whole thing is a non sequitur when you take into account that he was asked to censor a senator that's currently in office. Yeah, that's what's most insane to me. You have individuals in office that are asking other guys in office to be censored. If that is literally what this Moraes guy is doing, fuck him. Fuck him. You should not be in office if you are literally writing to a platform to censor. Absolutely disgusting. Get the fuck out of office, because people would be much better without you. And if people get mad at me for that, I'm sorry. You can be left, right, center, whatever you want. There is no rule in this land where you will have me agree with censorship of any kind. All right? No censorship of the titty, and no censorship of fucking other people that you seem to not like. This is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I don't care who they are. All right? I would much rather let the world fall apart in quote-unquote misinformation than try to censor people, because I think that's stupid. You wanna know what's crazy though, chat? I don't believe that misinformation would destroy, like, the misinformation that these people are talking about. I believe that the world would naturally correct itself. Okay? I believe that the world would naturally correct itself. Maybe that's too Maybe that's too optimistic of me. You know, I've always been an optimist here. I've never been a black pillar because black pillars are very cringe and gay. But I just find this entire thing absolutely disgusting, kind of terrifying. But like, you know, whatever. I wasn't really ever planning to go to Brazil, I guess. You know, chat, the more I wanted to travel the world, every single year I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. I'll just watch that episode of The Simpsons where they go to Brazil. I'm sure that's good enough for me.
There's a reason sending people to Brazil became a meme.
Hello, Mizu. Oh, fuck.
Years before the dictator, sending someone to Brazil was a meme.
Oh, goodness.
Hard hat.
When are you planning to start? In about 30 minutes?
20 minutes now.
20 minutes? Okay. Make sure to ping Lumi before. I know she wants to get in on this DID insanity.
Are you excited?
I'm very excited. I want to try and finish this up, though, so that we can transition to you first in 20 minutes. So,
What is this?
So, you heard about the Brazil stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about that. Because Elon Musk has a Twitter account specifically devoted now to going over the crimes of the judge that banned it in Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil's a crazy corrupt state.
It is. It is. It is. It is. It is. It is.
What the fuck?
The thing that's really funny is the person who made this thread, who is trying to convince me that Elon Musk is somehow an evil right-wing troll, all they are doing is proving to me that Brazil has a corrupt guy in charge here. It's really funny. This individual here, Luciferina. Oh my gosh. By the way, they're trans here.
Yeah, there's been multiple people that have been like, oh no, like this is totally Elon Musk's fault. It's like, no, Brazil banned Twitter.
Yeah. Oh,
It's like, but what about the misinformation on Twitter? Do you know how many sites have fucking misinformation on them?
Yeah.
And when does it become misinformation? Like, who becomes the authority?
That's the part that bothers me the most, because I have some people that sent me this thread when I made, because chat, what I did today is I made a tweet because I woke up and I saw this dumb fucking opinion here. Not this one here. This one was kind of funny. But this person right here, this individual that says, "With my last breath, I curse Elon Musk," and I'm just like, what? Elon Musk isn't the dictator here. All right? The dictator is the guy saying that you can't access Twitter because he doesn't like that a senator in your fucking country is talking.
Yeah. Luciferina, is that seriously a name? Chat, I have extremely cursed knowledge for you. Every trans person, not every, but almost every trans person, when they choose their trans name, they name themselves after an angel or a demon. Think about it. Like, really think about it. Every, like, major trans
Every
person
single
you've
one.
ever heard of.
Did you have one?
Yeah.
Do you want to say? You don't have to.
Is Gabrielle.
Is Gabrielle? Ooh, snap.
Specifically chosen for Gabriel.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
And then think of Lilith Lovett. Lilith was a major demon.
I know. Lilith is the big one that everybody brings up.
You've got Luciferina. Luciferina and any permutation of Lucy is specifically for Lucifer.
Yeah. They want to go for the
Common
big
one
name.
is always Lucifer, Gabrielle, and Lilith.
Oh yeah.
But they will do every other permutation of angels and demons.
Why? I don't know. Makes no sense to me. Anyway. I want to get through this so that I can give all of the time to Mizu here in 20 minutes. So, again, I said this makes no sense. Yes, Elon makes stupid changes. Yeah, sometimes Elon makes stupid changes. Like the fact that he wants to get rid of certain things on the timeline. I think that's dumb, and I've said as much. But objectively, I think he's trying to have a more free speech platform. The Brazil judge is a tyrant, IMO, and I will stand by that. I don't care if that makes it me unable to go to Brazil. The Moraes guy is a fucking tyrant, trying to keep his people from accessing the internet because he doesn't like the fact that Elon Musk is allowing him to be criticized and him to and not blocking these people that he doesn't want to block. This gives me an idea for Mizu Curse fan art. Oh boy, yes, we need to see it. We absolutely need to see it. Here, is there much else here? This Luciferina person says, the deadline is over, but X remains accessible. Our telecommunications regulatory agency awaits STF's order to block X in Brazil. This will then be passed down to our internet service providers, which means the block will not happen instantaneously. Other developments include Musk and Starlink's assets in Brazil being frozen to avoid non-payment of X's fines. X's previous appeals have also been rejected. And then update. President Lula commented on X's STF situation on a radio interview. Full translation in the annexed picture. This says, quote, the perspective is that any and every citizen from any part of the world who has investments in Brazil is subject to the Brazilian constitution and Brazilian laws. If the Supreme Court made a decision for the citizen to comply with certain things, either they comply or they will have to take another course of action. It's not because someone has a lot of money that they can disrespect the law. This person is an American citizen, not a citizen of the world. He cannot go around insulting presidents, insulting deputies, insulting the Senate, insulting the House, insulting the Supreme Court. Wrong. That's not how this works. What does he think he is? He's Elon fucking Musk. He's the owner of Starlink and X. So here's the deal. He has to respect the decision of the Brazilian Supreme Court. If he wants to, great. If he doesn't want to, too bad. If it's not like this, the country will never be sovereign. Okay. So you guys are a bunch of pussies. And it sounds like they has sent the go-ahead and they cut X. Oh well. My final thoughts on the situation. I think the fine over using X is a real dick move on STF's part. I was planning on still VPNing it. That being said, to keep using X after this is weaponized into a fash propaganda machine by Elon feels so wrong. This might be the final push I need to move away somewhere else where both my content, art, and time spent doesn't translate into revenue to some evil effing man-child. Cheers and catch you somewhere else. Okay, well, you know what? If that's how this person is going to act, I don't care. You know, just I pray for the people in Brazil that legitimately...
They'll be back in a week.
Oh, they probably will. They probably will. Like, chat...
Well, here's the thing. We've brought this up before.
Keep an eye on this account.
You're never going to have a major amount of people moving anywhere unless everybody is forced to leave.
I agree.
Because, like, do you really... Like, it's not to discount, like, Brazilian artists and stuff, but do you really think if the entire country of Brazil is wiped out of Twitter, that's going to seriously affect how many people are posting on it?
I don't.
Because most of that is going to be made up of America, China, Japan.
I also think
mostly
Europe.
America. Mostly America, Europe, but then a lot of China, Japan. But like all these other little smaller countries, it's not really affecting the bottom line.
No, I totally agree. I totally agree. By the way, are you streaming this on YouTube or is it just Twitch?
YouTube and Twitch.
Okay. Oh,
I'm a good boy.
Yeah. So, chat. The Act Man decided to comment on this, and as always, the Act Man, for every 1 or 2 W's this man gets, he instinctively adds like 10 to 20 L's on his back. All right, he can push the boulder up the hill as much as he can, but then it goes right back down afterwards because this man cannot stop being a glutton for punishment. It's absolutely insane. Really quickly here. Goodbye.
What is slurping? Sweet tea.
Ooh, there we go. Goodbye, Jojo. Thank you for the 1 month. Mom wakes up and chooses violence against the smooth brains. Absolutely. As an autistic mongoloid, I will fight against these smooth brains for the rest of my life.
Wolfsbane for $2. So many people have Elon derangement syndrome.
Yes, they do. It's evolved, chat. It's evolved massively.
Vol Act Man.
So, Axeman decided to say farewell to the people of Brazil. Will miss you. Elon has nosedived this site into an effing gutter. Again, Axeman here, not realizing that again he is praising a tyrant in a country of people that are stuck with a tyrant. Like I know we all joke that like America lives under a dictatorship or America has fascism because we have people like Biden or people like Trump. I don't care about your political beliefs here. Like I know people joke about that all the time, but this is an actual real tyrant. Somebody that will actually try and kill Or, well, actually, I don't know if he's killed yet. Sorry, I shouldn't go that far. Somebody that will probably, like, try to... That will go too far in order to get what he wants.
Yeah, Mr. Grace. Back in the day, Brazilians were considered the worst people on the internet. They would absolutely shit up in MMOs.
Check
They
out
had
the
a very,
reply.
very poor reputation.
Check out the reply. Okay. He has replied to a lot of... Oh, no. He's pulling a Merryweather. Can I call it that now, where when somebody replies to a bunch of people? Or will attempt to?
No, because Merryweather likes to DM people. He doesn't like to publicly say it.
Fair enough.
Oh my god, Monogatari and Gur are trending together. That's dangerous.
Wait, who? I know-
Monogatari?
Who's that?
That's the lolicon anime.
Oh, okay, fair
That
enough.
everyone denies is a lolicon anime.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Despite the fact that the lolly vampire literally canonically runs around with band-aids over her crotch.
I see. Alright, chat, this should be safe to look at. So he's been replying to a bunch of people. He didn't reply to Azahar. Well, that's really mean of him. Azahar deserves a reply. Someone says, you're really defending the tyrannical government, and then Axman says, sigh, and then posts the picture of the guy saying, Twitter's the only place where well-articulated sentences still get misinterpreted. This is not a well-articulated sentence here, Axman. Again, you are saying farewell to the people of Brazil. Elon has nosedived the site, implying that it's Elon's fault that this is gone, that the platform is thrown away from Brazil. And it's not his fault. It is Brazil and the stupid, tyrannical government that is doing this. This is not Elon Musk's fault. I don't understand why people, again, 3 or 4 years ago, Elon Musk was like the king of the world to these people because he made electric cars for them, because he wanted to take us to Mars, and now because he buys a platform and says that he's all for free speech, that he's somehow a horrible person. It's just like, if he does a stupid thing, call out the stupid things. Like, I'll do it when he does it, but like, this is... You're grasping at straws here, man, and I'm not willing to defend you or think that your opinion is funny. I'm just gonna point and laugh at you. Don't forget the meme coin. That's right, he did do the Dogecoin thing. And that was kind of stupid, but like...
Yeah, but that's to be expected.
Look at the post. I quote retweet from the X-Man. It will make tour head spin. What? Did you quote him? There's a couple people that are quoting him.
Yeah, everybody's making fun of everybody that's saying this. Because everybody thought that, like, the hate for Elon was so strong that they were all gonna get, like, easy W's today. But then everybody's like, yeah, no, you're defending a fucking dictator. I don't care, like, how bad Elon is. You are literally defending Hitler 2.0.
Yeah.
Like...
Oh, here we go. Here is Sparky's tweet. Shout out to Sparky here. Check out stream suggestions. Okay. Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Here, we'll pull that up as well. Axman would also say this. Elon's position has been free speech unless you break the laws. People are breaking the laws of Brazil, and he refuses to comply or do anything about it. Dude is a liar. He turned his app into a propaganda machine.
See, when people say that, you have to ask them, like, a propaganda machine against the Brazilian government specifically? Like, why? Like, why would he do that? Why would he care? It's fucking Brazil.
Bless you.
Hey, Kev.
Bless you again.
Thank you.
Here, I'm gonna open this back.
But yeah, it's like, why would he go to all this work to specifically shit on the government of Brazil? Like, if you say he's doing it for America, at least, like, there's a reason behind that, because he lives here.
Yeah.
But, like, with Brazil, it's like, who gives a shit?
X is shutting down Brazil due to one Brazilian judge, De Moraes, threatening X's legal rep with imprisonment and froze her accounts. She resigned for safety. 2, this was due to a refusal to censor Moraes' political opponents. 3, with no legal rep in the country, X must shut down. Again, like this, the second point here is probably the funniest. They're trying to shut down political opposition. They are trying to shut down political opposition. You know, chat, I think we're going to give the Act Man the clown of the evening. I need to like have an asset made where I can just like pull on screen the clown of the day so that I can just put it on whoever the fuck is acting like an absolute clown. Trying to shut down opposition they have. Oh yeah, I believe that. I believe that. I believe it, I believe it. I don't know, some of these quote tweets are pretty good. Permas gives a good one. Really odd seeing a lot of freedom-loving Americans bending over backwards, defending tyranny, blaming the censored rather than focusing on the ones doing the censoring, especially the reason for the censoring. Yeah, again. Silence Brazilians, a fake centrist American is talking. That's a good one. One says, bro is a moron. Very accurate.
Yeah, that's always a big issue with the, oh, I'm such a centrist. It's like, okay, how come your centrism only ever goes one direction?
Yeah, chat, like, if you want to actually see a real centrist, I am a real centrist here, okay? Because I believe in both sides equally here. And sometimes, maybe not so equally. But, like, the Axeman is not a centrist. He is a left-leaning individual that tries to LARP as a centrist so that he can still keep the audience that he knows hates left-leaning things. So, the Axeman is not a centrist. Do not let him fool you. He is not a centrist. Also, I forgot that I got a new hairstyle here. I got a man bun. I need to get rid of that. Maybe right-leaning for you. I would say. Well, here's the thing. I've thought about this extensively, especially after hearing a certain communist's voice again today in extensive detail. I do consider myself like a little bit more leaning right, but like here's the thing, chat. I hold ideals in both ways because of how I grew up. Good example. I believe in being pro-life, but I also believe in being pro-choice, if that makes sense. I believe that the woman should get to make a choice. However, I also believe the baby should live. How do both of those work? Well, I believe that it is between her and God. If that makes sense. Oh, no,
I'm
not
starting
Dev.
pre-stream, by the way.
Huh?
I'm starting pre-stream, by the way.
Okay. You wanna... Here, I'll ping Lumi.
I did. She didn't answer back.
Oh, on messages?
Well, I did in our space.
Ah, okay. Oh, chat, go tell Lumi that it's time to talk about DID schizos. I'm so excited. We're gonna have to like give some context for this when Dev is in short fat otaku. Yes.
Everybody's least favorite weirdo.
I don't know. I feel like there's people that are, in my opinion, more least favorite than him. Lumi is too focused on the game. Well, just make sure you get a hold of her. Bring the
She's
rate.
gonna miss out.
Super her. I'll super her if I need to. Oh my gosh, the ads in this game.
Ads in what game?
Or not game. Fucking the ads in
In Twitch?
no, on YouTube.
No.
I've noticed that the ads on YouTube are getting worse. It's kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Kicked out. Oh, fuck.
Nope.
I'm noticing more unskippable ads. Yes, I am too. I am too. She's still got a few minutes, so we're I have premium. I do too, but my streaming account does not. So that does not work. Anyway, ad money drying up. I don't know if it's that simple. Oh, right. I forgot I was gonna go change my hair. Oh, man. Well, chat, I hope you appreciate that impromptu political screech. But that is just insane. I hope that, obviously, they bring back... I hope that they bring back the Twitters for Brazilians, because I don't think any of them did anything wrong. But, like, this is just insane.
They're government crazy.
Mm-hmm. I have more hair.
I got 30 seconds.
Oh, man, this purple doesn't work that well.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to share screen with you, I forgot.
Yes, you will.
We can also talk for a minute or two while we wait for Lumi.
Yes. Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna start.
Okay.
Hello, chat. How are you doing tonight? Hope everyone is doing well. We've decided to talk about DID fakers tonight. Specifically, one that we accidentally talked about in the past.
We hopped onto the train before anybody else did.
Well, I wouldn't call it like a train. Because we kind of casually mentioned, like, this person's kind of a nutter butter, but they're not, like, the focal point of our discussion about Poppy, so we're not really gonna touch on that.
Yeah.
We just kind of made fun of them, though. Cause what was it? They're like, I have 50 different alternate personalities, and we're all bestie friends.
Yeah.
The thing is, I just kind of was like, okay, they're faking it, but what the fuck ever, I don't care, and I kind of wrote it off.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I do watch content about DID fakers.
Yeah, because it's just interesting.
Yeah, a lot of them are interesting. The two biggest ones, for some reason, and it's almost solely on TikTok where this happens, are Tourette's and DID. And it's because I think it's because both of them are very outward, or they can be very outward conditions.
Yeah.
Like Tourette's, people think of the tics. The thing is, I've seen people that actually have Tourette's, and while it can vary from extreme tics to slight tics, most people kind of fall more in like the slight tic range. So they're not like constantly spazzing out like people try and portray it on TikTok. And it's also typically not multiple tics, it's typically like one thing or one sort of array of things that are all sort of in the same family. Like a specific sound, like, so sometimes people can get tripped up on certain words and it sounds more like stuttering, but it's actually a tic. And with DID, which is dissociative identity disorder, they can, a lot of times they think they can just make it up. But the reason it doesn't ever seem to make sense is because typically you have to be triggered into your other identities. So you can't just you don't play them up for the camera. That's not how it works. I'm not saying you don't slip into those identities sometimes without being triggered. It happens rarely. But it's not something like you just turn it on and off. And there's been a lot of prominent TikTok creators that portray DID as something you just turn on and off as you want it. A really big one that got exposed and recently deleted all of their stuff was called Two Souls, One Bod. And I genuinely can't believe anyone took this person seriously, because they actually named their two alternate personalities Jesse and James.
Oh gosh.
Like Pokemon.
You're kidding.
And they named them Jesse and James.
Oh.
And they were in a situationship together. It was the most... I might have to take you down the rabbit hole one day. But
Yes,
they were
please.
James was Jesse's parent, but in the alternate world, in their head, they were a couple and they were fucking.
Oh my gosh.
And there's so many layers of the fuck are you talking about? Recently, I guess it finally got to them that nobody was buying their bullshit anymore, so they deleted all of their stuff.
Yeah.
However, within the last, either this month or the month before, and by that I mean either August or before August, they showed up on another, mental health show or podcast. I'm not really sure exactly what it is. Where they basically claimed that they did have dissociative identity disorder, but it was a kind that was so rare and so specific that psychiatrists didn't know what it was, and they were afraid to diagnose it as dissociative identity disorder. And it's
Oh.
what? To put it, imagine someone talking to you, Akko, and they're saying, you are so uniquely autistic that we're afraid to even call it autism, and we're afraid to diagnose you with it. But you are definitely autistic. You're just more autistic than every other autistic person that's ever autism.
Oh, see, now that person would just be sucking my dick here. Holy cow.
It's a psychiatrist did not tell you this. You are full of shit.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody believes this. A lot of them also tend to do good enough research on DID to use the terminology, but it's kind of like when I make fun of people for not understanding law. They typically don't understand the terminology they use, right? So a big one you probably hear a lot with Tumblr is headspaces. And when you hear a Tumblr headspace, what they're describing to you is a fake imaginary land in their head that they are claiming they can go visit a real person and see all of their little alters walking around and talk to them, right?
Yes. I remember when Medicare did a stream on this.
Yeah, so that headspace is a real thing. That's not what it is. Headspace is much more like a therapy technique. It's a visualization technique where they try and get you to visualize your other personalities so you can sort of get to the root of why those personalities exist, right?
Omori? Is Omori all about that?
Literal... I've never played Omori, so I can't say for sure.
Oh, okay.
That's gonna be something Chat would have to bring up.
Fair enough. Thank you for the
But
heads
yeah,
up.
it's a real technique that therapists use but it's a visualization technique. It's not an alternate world that you go and hang out with your alternate personalities in. That's not what it is. So that's a thing where they read up on DID and they saw Headspace and they kind of skimmed it to where they saw like alternate world, yada yada, and they're like, oh, so if I have DID, I'm supposed to have like this alternate world that I'm living in my head.
Yeah.
It's like, no, if you kept reading, you would see it says visualization technique. It's a therapy technique. It's not a real alternate world. And that's how like a lot of these fakers typically get caught, is they're using the right words, but they don't actually know what those words mean.
Yeah.
Which immediately outs them as not having gone to a psychiatrist who would have told them that's not what that is.
Yeah.
You also typically get people on the I have 200 alters. That is highly like suspect in general.
Do you want to pull
There's
up the
been, like-
Medicare video until Lumi gets here so we can like kind of teach people about it?
No, not really.
No? Fair enough.
I mean, it's a good video, but
It is.
nah, not really.
Only 200 alters? I know, right?
Yeah.
I have 70 alternative alters! You will never know the head!
Yeah, no, somebody with DID is typically gonna have like 1 or 2 alters, maybe 3 or 4, maybe. But the people that claim that you can have like 100 to 200 are relying on some like bogus psychiatry from like 100 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
where they were just misdiagnosing the shit out of people.
Yeah.
Like it's not really believed that you can do that or that happens. Because the thing is, in order for like an alternate personality to come out, you have to go through something like deeply traumatic, and typically that alternate personality handles that deeply traumatic thing for you. That's what its purpose is. It's kind of supposed to, like, when you get triggered into that, it takes over for you. So it's not like every time something bad happens to you, you invent a new one.
Uh-huh.
It's the one you have comes out to deal with it. And in order to get multiple, you have to have multiple horrendous things happen to you that are so uniquely different from the other that the personality you already had can't take over.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine somebody saying they have 200. You did not go through 200 completely unique traumas. You are bullshitting.
No, that is...
Especially when you live in America.
Yeah, that's
Shut
bullshit.
up.
That is absolute bullshit.
Honey, you grew up in the burbs. Like, it's not happening.
Oh, fuck.
Sounds like Tumblr fanfic. It did come from Tumblr.
It did come from Tumblr. That's the scary part. Brandon, thank you for the 10. With the Axeman thing, I don't think he would say the same thing if Germany back in the 20th century did the same thing. No, I don't think he would. Or maybe he would have back then, because back then some people probably were sympathetic too. Who knows?
There's Lomi.
I don't know.
She said she wanted to. Now my feelings are hurt.
They're in their last game right now, according to Bull.
Okay. Well, maybe we do the Medicare thing for a little bit.
Okay, I can pull up the Medicare video. Actually, how about you pull it up, because you probably have a better chance of playing sound.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, Bull said
And
that
this
she'll
was
be
supposed
done
to be my
after.
stream.
Bull said that she's going to be done after, after this game. So probably 15 minutes?
That's interesting.
Hmm.
Streamer I follow on YouTube has the entire Tumblrisms series uploaded. Like all
Is-
2 hours of it.
Who is it?
Purity Sin.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. I've talked to them a few times.
Oh, they have all the Medicare videos uploaded.
They do. I've asked them. They're actively trying to get the entire backlog of anything with Medicare's name in it.
My only issue is they have the entire Tumblrisms thing like all together as one thing.
I mean, we could just start it and then like stop after that is done. Now we gotta tell Lumi the thumbnail looks like her. What?
Wait, what?
I'm confused. Goodbye, Jojo. Thank you for the 5. What sort of horrendous event could have happened to these people? Did their parents ask them to do the dishes? I don't know.
Unironically, there was somebody on TikTok who tried to claim that they developed DID when their parents took their cell phone.
So I hate these people. Unironically, legitimately, I hate these people.
Yeah, they were, their whole idea was basically that, my parents took my support network, and without my support network, it just, like, my whole world came crashing down. And now I have an alter who handles, like, all that for me.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are you on, lady? This is bull.
Bull.
The other good one is a lot of them will actually like draw out their alters as like these detailed DeviantArt OCs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's not really true.
It's not really true, and it's also not really good.
Well, the thing is, when you get an alter could be like typically in your head you have an idea of what the alter looks like.
Yeah.
But it's very, very vague. It's like it's a male, they're kind of white, maybe you see a hair color, like when you're really trying to visualize it. But then you get these people and it's like, look at all my OCs, these are what all my alters look like. It's like, you're full of shit.
If I wanted to be absolutely schizophrenic, chat, I could totally just like say that Akko is my alter, and all of these OCs are my alter. Chat, you know how crazy that would sound? It would sound very crazy. Also, chat, I got Jester boots. I'm one step towards becoming a clown in Animal Crossing. I forgot that there was a clown outfit. Did you bring it up? I will split out the video when you do.
Here, I can, I guess. I mean, just keep going till Lumi's here.
Yeah, Bull said this should be done in 10 to 15 minutes. I hope he's right, so...
I forgot Mr. Mediker had a Tales of Trout video. We might have to make Lumi watch that.
What's Tales of Trout?
Kraut and Tea is a Gamergate thing.
Oh, okay. Speaking of Gamergate, do you know who wants to make a Gamergate video, or is making one?
Who?
Dev.
That's fucking cringe.
Yeah, he's making a Gamergate video.
Oh, wait. Oh, that explains my problem. One sec. I'm glad I noticed this. I forgot I have filters on.
There we go. I'm just gonna put that up in the corner. Oh boy.
Why did the whole thing disappear? I'm confused. There we go. Yeah, I forgot I had cropping and padding on both sides.
Okay.
For like Twitter stuff.
Dev is making another GG vid. My goodness, I am here. Oh goodness. I'm still waiting on the Canadian trucker vid. Yeah, I'll be interested to see what he says, and then I'll be interested. Here's what I think is going to happen. He's going to make it, and then you're going to want to sit down for that, and then we're going to react to it, and you're going to tell me what he got wrong.
There's a possibility of that happening, I guess.
Do you know what he called us today? Because, like, you know, they were on Archcast. Because they were the topic of us came up. I can't remember what. And he's like, Lumi, I feel like you're the most right-leaning individual on the group, and they seem pretty left-leaning, referring to us. And I'm just like,
What?
Me? Left-leaning? Are you trying to dig at me, sir, or do you genuinely just not know who I am? I was like, me? Left-leaning? Are you kidding? Did the voice changer give it away?
Anyways, we're lucky. First episode is headmates.
You're fucking cis-privileged. Welcome everyone to the first episode of Tumblrisms. Today we're going to be looking at headmates. Now, before we begin, because there might be a few Tumblerettes who are watching this video, I wanted to try to accommodate your sensitivities by including a trigger warning for you. Sadly, I'm not able to do so. Many of you who know me personally understand the tragedy in my life.
Yes.
Hi, Edward.
I was murdered with a handgun, and because of that, triggers trigger me.
Trigger warning, my father is dead.
Catch-22, if you will, which is ironic because he was murdered with a Colt 22. I feel so unburdened now that I've said that, and that the tragedy can be put to rest. Hopefully you'll be understanding and grant me a little leeway.
This is what MommaOcco grew up with.
Warn you about all the scary things that might be coming up in the video, but I'm sure you're adult enough to handle it. You just have to grit and bear it, which I know is ableist of me to say. Some people can't grit; they have no teeth or tongues or fucking heads. But I think you get what I'm saying. So what exactly is a headmate? I'm sure most of you are probably curious what it is. You probably haven't heard of the term before. And that's completely reasonable. I mean, most people don't encounter crazy on a daily basis, so you're not going to be familiar with what a headmate is. Luckily for us, livingplural.tumblr.com has an FAQ section where they cover all of this. Let's take a look. Let's see what we're getting into here. Now, there are a lot of other terms associated with headmate, multiple systems, multiplicity, plurality. But we're going to try to get to the core of it, and I think this first question really gets to the gist of what it is. Question, what is a multiple system? Answer, it's a group of people sharing the same body while still being individuals with their own personalities and interests. That's interesting. That might...
So chat, these days, a lot of people typically just sort of combine this terminology with real life dissociative identity disorder terminology, and they kind of fuse the two. Even though this started out as literally just a Tumblr fetish, and DID is an actual, like, diagnosed condition.
Mm-hmm. Along with schizophrenia.
Yeah.
Might sound like something you've heard before. There's another term for it. I believe it's called schizophrenia, or you might even throw in a little bit of multiple personality disorder or dissociative identity disorder. But that's not what we're talking about. This is different. A living plural is going to educate us. Again, this FAQ is so helpful. Let's look at this question. Are you schizophrenic, bipolar? Answer, some people are, but that doesn't necessarily have to do with being multiple. Oh, all right. So this is something outside of schizophrenia. Interesting. What about this? Do you have multiple personality disorder, dissociative identity disorder? Answer. There are people who have natural multiplicity, and then there are those who have MPD-DID, which is sometimes also called trauma-based multiplicity. So going off of what Living Plural is telling us, is that schizophrenia, multiple personality disorder, or dissociative identity disorder, is a medical condition completely separate from multiple systems or headmates. And again, a headmate
Because they're crazy.
is a person occupying your body with you. Now, that could be anything, and I do mean anything. That could be a 400-year-old otherkin from the swamps of Louisiana, could be a 22-year-old transsexual acrobat named Stefan from France, or it could be a binary star located 300 light years from Earth. You could be a host to anything.
He, at the time he made this, he did not know this particular one was going to come true for the SCPs.
Oh, fuck. Hey, wait,
because
is Lumi
somebody... Lumi.
here? No.
Nope, she's not.
Anything could be your headmate. Now, this Living Plural Tumblr is pretty great. I mean, it's got a lot of information for you to sink your teeth into, aside from the FAQ. Like this section, respect please. Oh, well, look at this, multiple etiquette. Here are the do's and don'ts when dealing with a multiple system. All right, let's take a look at a few of their do's and don'ts to try to get an idea of what a plural system, a multiple system, or a headmate is like. How do I not offend them? Because
Jim
God
Close the
knows,
Future again?
I don't want to
Yeah.
offend. I want to be as sensitive to everyone
He's
as
like
I
the
can
Alex
be.
Jones.
Please don't call us alters or personalities. Huh. Okay. Trauma is not always the reason we are plural. There's a chance it might be. So please be respectful about the subject until you know, and even after. We can be triggered like anyone else. Oh. Plurality and multiplicity is not always a disorder. Not all headmates are dangerous. Not all systems are unstable. We've been dealing with this for longer than you've known us. Respect that. We might have identities you are completely unfamiliar with, be it in regards to gender, race, species, or something else entirely. Please respect that we know what we are, whether you've heard of it before or not. All of us are people. Now wait a minute.
So, huge issue that kind of comes up in this is it's the plurality multiplicity is not always a disorder. So this became like a huge issue back in the day on Tumblr, because people who believed in this headmate shit would go up to actual diagnosed schizophrenics and would convince them to stop taking their medication. Because they'd be like, no, 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 those are just headmates. They're your friends. You don't want to medicate them away. It hurts them. And they would pressure these genuinely unwell people to stop taking their medication to get them to buy into this plurality shit that they believe in. And they would do it to anybody, but it was the most dangerous with schizophrenics, because I think we're all pretty aware that schizophrenia can be extremely destructive if not medicated properly.
He talks about that in the video too.
Yes. I also like to be, just because you're a psych student or know someone with DID does not mean you know everything about it. Each case is different, just like people are different. Technically correct. However, you guys include this in your list so you can say, oh, you think you're a psychiatrist? Well, you don't know me personally, so you can't tell us that we're not doing the right thing. They include that specifically so they can try and dismiss people, and it's not healthy. And as much as I would like to think that because this original Tumblrisms video is like 10 years old at this point, that this stuff doesn't matter, you will still see this all the time on TikTok with people that try and convince people they have dissociative identity disorder. It is still super common.
It is a massive problem still, and I'm glad that it's migrated over to TikTok, because when TikTok dies, I don't know where it's going next. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. So I've always had the thought process, right, that every platform has like that negative element to it, right? It's just different levels of hidden. However, the more and more I learn about TikTok, the more I feel that they just really are that bad. Because it seems like whenever all the bad people get banned from any platform, they somehow end up on TikTok. Every single time. Like, I watched two more TikTok drama videos today.
Oh gosh.
One was about a girl called Anaconda Sin, who just openly talks about trying to have sex with her dad and animals on TikTok. Like, no shame, nothing. Talks about how much, like, she loves children and she thinks it should be okay as long as nobody sees you do it. Like,
dropping
these people just exist.
Yeah, they do.
Openly on TikTok.
Morris, thank you for the 5. Dropping a vid and suggestions of someone who probably has DID. Okay. Oh gosh, that's a 28-minute video as well. Holy cow. Well,
what is it under?
It's in my server under stream suggestions. It's a person in VR chat. Here's the thing: if they're in VR chat, I automatically don't really feel like I believe them. But you know, if we need more to watch before Lumi gets here, we'll.
The thing that makes me a little iffy on that is when I see 26 people in one body.
Yeah.
That it's a high number.
It's a pretty high number, yeah. Oh, money. I know Ralph has it. Does Ralph actually have it?
I don't believe he does.
I think, because I know that he mentioned it, like, legitimately. I heard one Maddie episode that he basically was like, yeah, I think I have people in my head. And it's just like, bro, you are just stupid.
Why do you torture yourself like that? Because I like to stay informed. So I will say, you have to do stuff like that in small doses. So there is a really good gym video on a guy called Nick Bates, and it is genuinely, by like the midpoint of the video, one of the hardest things to sit through, because it gets bad.
I started listening to that one day while I was at work. I had to stop after 10 minutes because I was like, I really don't want any of my coworkers to hear me listening to this.
Yeah.
Oh, it was bad.
So it gets bad, and you can't consistently watch videos like that. Like, I have watched somebody called Archive the Wolf who covered a bunch of like these Zoo Sadist leaks that came out a while back.
Oh yeah.
And their videos I can't watch consistently either, because each individual video is just so draining to sit through.
Yeah.
That by the end of it, you're like, okay, that's enough hating society for a day. We're gonna push this back another day.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when the Zeus Atom shit leaked, and I listened to Null cover it for the first time, and I was just like, I didn't think I could hate society any more than I already did.
If Lumi's not here in 10 minutes, I am probably going to start
Okay.
the main one.
Well, sounds
I don't want to
good.
offend anybody here, but didn't you just say 3 spaces above you that your identities could be anything in regards to gender, race, species, or something else entirely? So technically, not all of you are people. I don't know. I'm getting confused. Hopefully your amazing Tumblr will help me through this, so I don't offend any of you. Now, just based on this, you might be thinking, huh, this sounds completely fucking crazy. You would be right. But to really drive that point home, let's get to know the team. There's a team that runs this Tumblr, and I think we should meet them. A few of the individual... excuse me. I am being so insensitive. A few of the systems that run this this Tumblr. We've got Plurs. Plurez? Something like that. P-L-U-R-E-S. Throw it
Why would you name yourself that? Like, think about it. They're calling their disorder plurality, and then they name themselves Plurez. That's like unironically naming yourself Autismo.
out there, figure it out yourself. We're
Lumi just started a game of Conquest. Good luck. She's locked in for 30 minutes to an hour.
Carrie, Hess, M, and Noel. We tend to discuss plurality with an
Oh,
emphasis
she's not
on
here. She's gonna miss out then.
philosophical definitions of personhood and the complexities of plurality with materialistic, skeptical worldviews. We run a website about plurality, ex uno plurs. We've been in the plural community for over 4 years, and we were formerly known as the Fen Group before changing our system name to Plurs in 2011. How about the House of Asgard? A rather large group containing fictives, non-humans, a subsystem, and even a factive member. We are naturally conceived with a history of trauma. We are not diagnosed with DID, however we have symptoms. We like to consider a lot of our identity to be in the gray area. Main fronter is Lucas, non-human canine, male pronouns. You can find a list of all of our members on our About Us page.
Like, what? It's like if these people weren't so like bad for like the wider group of people that genuinely do have mental health, this would be genuinely hilarious. Like in every point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess if Lumi's just gonna keep doing Smite, then we will just get into our main video then.
I mean, do you want to finish this one first? I want to try and give her a chance.
This is 2 hours.
No. It's not done yet.
Well, I mean, even like the headmates one, I think, goes on for like 30 minutes.
It's up to you, because it's your stream.
I mean, if she locked into a conquest, she hurt herself on that one.
Yeah, I just don't want her to miss it because, like, she was there during the Poppy stuff, so technically, like... And I know she wanted to join in on this today.
I know, but, you know.
It's her lesson.
Yeah, here, we'll go for another minute.
All aboard the crazy train.
No.
Next stop, Batshit Central Station. Now, Living Plural isn't the only Tumblr you'll find this on. In fact, headmates are all over Tumblr. It's got its own little subculture, its own little community built up around it.
Oh, they say it might be
People
ending
support
soon.
it, and they put it forward as a great and unique lifestyle. And I mean,
I don't know about that. Conquest could go on for an hour.
Well, they say
legitimate.
she's 35
These aren't
minutes in.
people who are just creating something fantastical to try to make their lives a little more interesting because they're either socially isolated or bored or don't have a lot of friends, and so they seek to try to make themselves different or unique by creating something that's truly extraordinary.
Let's give her 10
and
more
then
minutes,
acting as
and
if
then
it
we'll
were real.
start.
No, that couldn't possibly be it.
Yeah.
No, this is totally legitimate. Let's look at a few of the conversations you'll find around Tumblr regarding this. Here we go. We have one. Somebody asking, why don't you just write a novel instead of pretending they're people? Seems like a reasonable question. The response, wow, this is really rude. I'm not pretending anything, you ableist asshole. My headmates are very real, and for you to act like they're not is just as bad as me saying you're made up or whatever. I get maybe you've probably never been the victim of oppression or bullying, so you don't understand how difficult it is to be part of a multiple system, but you have no idea the prejudice we experience on a day-to-day basis. Get a fucking clue, Sophia. Oh, my heart.
Chat. Like, some people would look at, people that make fun of other people on the internet, and they're like, you're just being too mean, you're being too harsh. These are genuinely the kind of people that exist out there.
They do.
They're like, you don't understand my made-up fantasy world. I am being oppressed for people not believing in my made-up fantasy world with me.
Yeah.
Like, these people are all over the place, and it's genuinely scary. Oh, they're awful.
Heart weeps, Sophia. To have this condition, to deal with a multiple system, my God, the oppression you must face on a daily basis. How horrible. Let's see. What are some other postings related to headmates we might see? We've had the 11th Doctor and a Weeping Angel in our headspace for ages, and they've managed to stay away from each other. But now we've got Loki too, and he keeps trying to get control of the Angel, and the Angel keeps trying to take control of him. It's really wrecking up the space. What should we do?
See, chat, here's where, like, it all starts coming together, right?
Oh,
Because you have
boy.
Tumblr adopting multiple things where they believe that they can be fictional people, and then they also believe that they can make themselves have personality disorders. So then you see like a clash when those two groups on Tumblr meet, where it's like, not only do I have multiple personalities, my multiple personalities are fictional characters and fictional monsters, and it just it compounds and it gets worse and worse.
Oh, that's so funny. Isn't this just
The answer posted is,
Chunibyo? What?
well, you could try to somehow separate the Angel.
Chunibyo. It's a lot of people classify it as like a type of dere for anime purposes. It's typically a girl, a cute girl that thinks she's like some kind of superhero or magical girl, but she's really not. Because I know I have to clarify that, because there are actually superheroes and magical girls in anime. It's typically a girl who just thinks she is one, even though she isn't.
I see.
They also very regularly come with like the eye patch. Typically in anime, if you see a girl with an eye patch, she's probably a Chunibyo. Unless she's an adult woman. If she's like an adult woman that's got scars and stuff, it's probably just an eye patch. But if she's like a teenager, it's probably a Chunibyo. Like Megaman.
Like, the personalities would never be like this. They're just regular, everyday, boring people, and until you go to therapy, you usually have no idea. Yeah, that's kind of the thought that I got. Because, like, chat, there was an episode of Psych that kind of, like, went through this. And the guy that had the split personality was literally just a female. And he acted like a regular-ass female. And so it's just, like, I can believe that this kind of thing exists in real people. Just not the fact that there's a fucking angel from Doctor Who in my... You know how terrifying that would be? Imagine if you look at yourself, and then you touch yourself, and then you get sent back to the past.
Yeah, it's not real.
Oh, anime problem. Thank you for 2. Chunibyo is middle school syndrome, basically. Fair enough.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, fuck, that's awesome.
Angel.
Yep.
And Loki by force, locking them somewhere so they don't get near each other. Or you could try kicking one of them out, which isn't the best option, but if that's all you can do, it's a last resort.
That's another thing. They say you could try kicking one of them out. They genuinely believe that you can just choose not to have multiple personalities. You just choose to get rid of one. It's like, again, not how that works. At all.
Followers, any advice? LC Angel. I didn't know these were physical things, tangible items that you could, interact with on a real basis. I mean, maybe they're dancing around the hypothalamus, who knows? Somewhere under the skull, hanging out by the ear canal. having a frappuccino, getting ready to type on Tumblr. Now let's look at another one. Since we share a body, is it possible for my headmates to feel my phantom shifts? I'm a non-human as well as a multiple, and they've been telling me they've been feeling my shifts when they've been fronting. I don't know exactly what I'm asking, but I feel like it's something that's not supposed to happen. The answer? It's not uncommon. If I'm close enough to the front when someone else is fronts, they often feet my tail. Lucas, House of Asgard. How utterly unique and special.
So, chat, this person is claiming that they are not, they themselves, the main person, is not human. They're probably some type of furry, and they're trying to claim they're an animal.
Oh, fuck.
So when their multiple personalities that they don't have take over, they can feel their non-humanness. And it's like, you people are genuinely fucking nuts.
Oh, yeah. It is insane. Oh.
Lucas. No, here's a really good one. I have Jesus as one of my headmates. This is really hard to explain to my religious friends. You don't fucking say. Really, Jesus, and they know Jesus better than I do. Any advice?
I love these little parts where Jim just kind of breaks character.
He's like, you don't say.
It's really hard to explain to my religious friends. You don't fucking say. Like, it's that part where he reads something so ridiculous that he just has to break character and be like, are you kidding me, dude? Oh, wow. I wonder why your Christian friends don't believe that the Lord Savior Jesus is living in your head.
Yeah, that's kind of a rough one, not gonna lie. just being real with you, it's kind of a rough one. Put the hat on? Okay.
The answer they received. I don't know how religious you are, Anon, but here's my opinion. As both a Christian, I'm a Methodist, and a headmate, explain that this is God working in your life in the way that he thinks is best for you, that God speaks to you, and this is how he does it.
You know, we used to lock people up in loony bins for saying that.
We did, and then we got rid of the loony bins.
You don't understand, Pastor. God literally lives in my head and speaks to me. He's like, oh, I know, my child. God speaks through all of us. It's like, no, you don't understand. He literally lives in my brain and talks to me. He's like, oh. Okay. You know, I've got this really nice jacket for you.
Give me a moment, chat. Just, like, my heart rate went up a little bit. I'm trying to eat boba tofu, but I can't stop laughing. Oh, yeah, this is like peak. Absolute fucking peak right here, chat.
He's God. He can speak to you how he chooses, and ask them how they could know Jesus better than you. Will Magneton. Yeah, that's great advice. I can't possibly see that backfiring. Oh, you hear the voice of God? Totally legitimate. I say run with it. Whatever he tells you to do, go and do it. I can't foresee anything bad happening from that advice. Great advice, Will. Now, I feel I'd be remiss if I didn't just show you what the reality of what these people are pretending at is really like. Oh, let's get down to brass tacks. Headmates and multiple systems and plurality is bullshit. It's complete bullshit. Now, schizophrenia and multiple personality disorder and dissociative identity disorder, those are legitimate.
Yes, it's Tumblr.
So when we have a community like this, it's really disgusting in two different ways. In the first, it's mocking a real thing. And it's doing it in a callous
Let me finish the
and
match?
apathetic
Okay,
way.
we'll continue. Shall
These
we get through
people are
them?
using it to get attention. They're taking something that's horrible and tragic and people suffer with on a daily basis, and they're treating it like it's a game.
So, this part of the video, I just kind of have to say, is this always annoyed me, like with Sargon and Dev and all of them, because I always accused Jim of not caring about anything. And it's like, no, in like all of his videos, there's like a point in most of them where he kind of explains like what he really believes, right?
No, yeah. What's interesting about Jim is people like to pretend that he doesn't have any morals. I would say that out of everybody, he has some of the highest morals out of everybody. He just kind of hid that behind being a shit stirrer because
Yeah.
that's what he did to have fun.
So like he goes through this whole thing making fun of the headmates people, and then he goes, the reason these people suck and the reason I make fun of them is because they're like genuinely harming people with schizophrenia and dissociative identity disorder. It's like they're like actually messing with people that have a legitimate disorder.
Yeah.
Sargon just got mad he got his turn. Yeah.
And that's just repulsive. There's really no other way to look at it. Can you think of something more disgusting than that? I mean, it's hard to fathom. I suppose I could create a fake charity for children with muscular dystrophy and just take the money and go spend it on hookers and coke. I mean, that's essentially what they're doing. They're trying to change the conversation. They create this fictionalized idea of what is really happening to certain people, and then they create an entirely new vocabulary and idea around it. So somebody who's really got schizophrenia or some other mental disorder and is fucking suffering is now looked at like, oh, it's not that big a deal. I know this guy on Tumblr who tells me it's a fucking blast. All those.
So like, again, he's absolutely prophetic here because they actually did change the conversation. Like if you look at TikTok talking about DID now, a lot of the terms that the headmates people came up with are just accepted. Some of them are even accepted in actual like psychiatric circles. Like it's become very common to call like somebody with multiple alters to say they have a system, which started with headmates, which is absolutely blows my mind that they were able to like change the discussion around psychiatric evaluations like that.
Poisoning of the language.
Those voices you hear in your head? That must be awesome. Are they fronting yet? How many headmates do you have? Could you imagine how fucking destructive...
Fronting is also very common now.
And some asshole on Tumblr who thinks they have headmates is having a conversation with you and tries to tell you it's a good thing? That it's not bad? That it's not horrible? That schizophrenia is yay awesome? And that you're just not coping with it right? Maybe you should blog about it? Now that again, that's one reason it's fucking repulsive. The other reason, and this kind of ties back into that religious post, is there are really people who have horrible fucking conditions. And so when they somehow get onto fucking Tumblr, and they're talking to these retards who believe in headmates, and they tell somebody who really has schizophrenia and is fucking having auditory hallucinations that they are legitimately hearing the voice of God, and they should do what that voice tells them.
My head hurts.
Can you fucking imagine the havoc that person is going to wreak? Oh, I don't need to take my meds today. Some guy told me it's totally Jesus. Yeah, your friends are telling you it's not Jesus because you're fucking crazy. Now, these people like to play pretend. What is it really like? I mean, what are these diseases that they like to play pretend about actually like? Well, take a look.
I know how to angle myself with the rest of the men, do you see? That's why I did that to Sue. That's why I did that to Aunt Ethel, you know. And I wanted Fritz and all of them to know, the praying mantis and the spider and the grasshopper, to know that I think it's very important that we act badly, but I think it's very important that we act in reality of what makes the world.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, me.
I was in the middle of a game when I just have Rage be like, hey, hey, you gotta go watch. Hey. I'm like, how? In the middle of the game.
You're good. We didn't want to start without you because you were part of this, so we were waiting for you.
Cases, you know, the very agile cases, the bulk wisdom.
Yeah, we were just watching some Tumblrisms.
Important thing.
Oh, very good.
We were trying to show people what DID is, or what fake DID is, before we get to the main meat.
See. Well, let me quick go grab my food.
Yes.
And she'll get started.
Now that gentleman's Bob, that was from an HBO documentary about schizophrenia. You can see how disjointed his conversation is. He has to live with his parents. His life is so fucked up over his condition, even with treatment, that he can't really function on a day-to-day life. This was an academic, somebody who was in debate, who had a high intellect, who was into, different kinds of sports, and it was completely cut off at the knees for him. This isn't some great thing, this isn't some grandiose thing for him. He doesn't blog about how fucking fun it is. He doesn't talk about the voices he hears as headmates. It has ruined his life. Let's take a look at another example.
I get to the point where I don't want to live anymore because the mental process of the mind takes over.
I should just turn off the
When I think I'm
monetization
doing
on the
good for a
stream.
while,
I'm gonna be real with
something
you.
mental takes over and it scares me.
Yeah.
Mostly just because it's not gonna stick after watching this video.
Yeah. But chat, I'm kind of glad we watched this before this because I forgot that he actually included these segments at the end of it. This is genuinely like a good bar for people to understand that if somebody actually has DID or schizophrenia, this is a lot more like how they sound.
This is what they look like.
Yeah.
When's the last time you felt good?
I don't remember. It's killing me. It's keeping me from having a boyfriend, keeping me from driving. It's killing me. I just believe if somebody's been suffering years ago, they should take an OD and die because psychologically they may not want to take the OD, but to get out of their misery, they might. They fight it every night. And every day he's always fighting with me. Michael's always fighting with me. Drop dead, geek, retarded bitch.
Now, what she's saying is pretty accurate. A lot of people who have these conditions, the real conditions, kill themselves. It's not a fucking game. The suicide rate is anywhere from 30 to 50% from somebody with like something like full-blown schizophrenia.
That's so
and they
depressing.
vary obviously country to country and year to year. But it's a serious thing. I mean, she, is talking about suicidal ideation and about the voices she hears. Now, when these people talking about headmates are writing and blogging about how fantastic this is, and they're talking about, oh, so-and-so is fronting and we're having conversations and they're fighting with each other, they make it sound like it's fun or like it's two people in a room having a conversation. The voices she hears aren't like that. All right? She's being called a bitch and a cunt and a geek and a retard. Can you just imagine that? Imagine somebody being in the same room as you and screaming at you and calling you horrible names and they won't fucking stop. Are you going to go on Tumblr and blog about how fucking fun that is? So you can see how repulsive this is. It's just disgusting. These people are horrible people. To make something like this up, to become unique and special and to get attention, to take away what a real condition is and to try to twist it to your advantage, and to degrade the people who actually suffer from something that you're mocking and pretending to have? What kind of moral character do you have? How do you live your life? So if I had to choose what category Headmates falls into, I'm probably going to put it in 3. It seems like something that's developed by people who are especially lonely or socially isolated and are desperate to try to become something unique. Your typical special snowflake. Because after all, Tumblr is a blizzard. It is full of snowflakes, and you need to be a special one. And the only way to do that is to create the craziest shit you can. And to
Okay, I return. I got food.
It is totally
welcome back.
legitimate.
Welcome back.
I apologize if Bull bothered you. I just told him to like message you twice.
You're okay.
I was like, listen, I don't want her to miss this because you were probably the biggest one that got upset when we were talking about this person. So
Yeah, so I have it up on the stream if you want to see it.
Yeah. Okay.
oh goodness. So chat, we'll give a little bit of a recap here.
Here, I will let you two give a little bit of a recap because Lumi was definitely a lot more interested in it originally than I was, and I just need to go use the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, okay.
So back when we were covering the Poppy stuff, one of the individuals that we came across was this.
Heck, not one of the individuals. They're the only person that was defending Poppy.
Fair enough. And we found out that they had DID, and immediately, the moment we figured that out, we realized that there was no defending Poppy. Oh man, I know you were pretty animated about it too.
Yeah, because they had a whole fucking card that listed out, like, what did they say, like 10 altars that they had? And they had separate models for each of them, and I'm like, this is fake. This is fake.
Yeah. Can somebody tell me where I see the Poppy stuff? Yeah, hold on. Here, let me bring up the picture. So this was back when we still used our old pictures. This is on the Under the Tea channel. Let me bring up the channel here really quickly. Oops, that's my channel. Here we go. Oh my gosh, that Mary video has over 500 views.
Okay, Mizu returns.
Welcome back. Let me find the video here, chat. So, in this live stream, we were going over Poppy the Lich King, who, I don't think has a YouTube channel anymore, because it used to be when your channel was active, it would show up by here, showing the name is blue, but his name is grayed out, which means that he definitely either changed his YouTube account or got rid of his YouTube account. But Poppy the Lich King was a VTuber that streamed, and it came out from a document from an ex of his that he had been very horribly abusive towards her, and she had audio recordings of him, and it was very, very rough to listen to for some of us because of just how utterly abusive he was. And the only individual that was defending Pappy was this DID person. It's basically the short explanation of it.
Yeah.
He was a hardcore. Yeah, he claimed to be like a very hardcore leftist, but like it then came out later that he is like not a hardcore leftist, and a whole lot of people were kind of blindsided by it. But as we like were going through it, I think some of us were like, this guy is such a grifter.
Yeah. I mean, he's not the only one. There's been multiple people that we've been like, yeah, no, you're grifting this shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So are you two ready?
I'm ready.
Hello.
Hello.
Nomi, are you ready?
I was muted. I was chewing. Yes.
You're good. I was like, oh gosh, I know she's eating. I hope she's okay.
TikTok, an app that has gained significant popularity since 2020, for better or for worse. However, I've noticed a large increase of people on TikTok infantilizing and even worse, faking many disabilities. As someone who is both neurodivergent and physically disabled, I've taken a strange interest in these people. One person who I've taken an extreme interest in is probably one of the worst fakers I have come across, and that is Aspen Frosten. I don't know if it's Aspen Frosten or Aspen Frost EN, I don't fucking know. More likely known on TikTok as Aspen's Entourage, a creator who is well known and rather controversial among their disorder faking peers. Aspen has caught my eye for a multitude of reasons. From faking DID to harboring an unsafe environment for their minor fan base, there's a lot to unpack here, so I hope you have a snack and are ready to sit through a shit show. Aspen.
Okay, so we all kind of knew the faking DID thing, at least to a degree, because we all saw it and we were all like, that's crazy.
Oh yeah.
The first thing that caught me off with this video was unsafe for minors in Discord.
Well, we even knew about that when we were talking about the Poppy thing, because at the end of a thread, it said that they were allowing minors to view their not safe for work content.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah. What is this video? The linked one? It's our original video about Pappy. Yeah.
Frosten is a TikToker with over 30k followers. She is a PNG tuber and or VTuber, I'm unsure, she does both, and has had a massive presence online with a very long and controversial track record. Aspen has made it a habit to scrub their TikTok and YouTube pages of any old content that might... Can y'all bitches stop? Aspen has made it a habit to scrub their TikTok and YouTube pages of any old content that might be controversial, so I'm going to start from where I first heard of her, and that is on Reddit. Specifically the fake disorder cringe subreddit that I often frequent out of boredom. While there's not much going on early, there is...
I will say, I didn't know there was a Reddit specifically for people that do DID faking.
Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, fake disorder cringe is fucking wild for DID fakers, autism fakers, for Tourette's fakers, a bunch of... just anything that you can make up as a disorder, it's all logged on there.
Lumi is very loud. I will knock Lumi down an inch or two.
I think we'll make Lumi the one that has to go to Reddit if we ever need anything, because I refuse to touch that website.
Fair. Sadly, DID was badly disserviced by Sybil's case, and the case had popularity, something that had been reported as less than 200 cases by 1970. After the book in 1990, there was officially 400,000 or 40,000 cases.
Jeez.
Yeah, so I was looking up some information in between stuff, and they say supposedly more people have DID than there are trans people, estimated.
By the way, I'm gonna give you my my Twitch audience. I can't raid you on YouTube, but I'll give you my Twitch audience.
Fair. There was also they said the average number of alters somebody had was 12 to 15. Which I'm kind of iffy on that, because they never really provided studies for that. It's just everyone says, oh, it's average 12 to 15.
Okay, so with the ID, in order to, like, you know, get your brain and shit to split like that is extreme trauma.
Yeah.
So, like, it's like fucking words come to me. It's still a very rare disorder, but unfortunately, if someone's good at acting, they can make it seem like they do.
Yes.
The most blatant red flag is when they're like, oh my god, these are all of my fucking alters. They're based off of this fictional character here. Which no.
Well, the thing is, a lot of people have gotten better at hiding the fictional character thing.
Yeah.
A lot of them still have a problem where they will be like, oh, I can see my alter, this is what they look like, and they draw some has-been hotel looking fucker. It's like, yeah, no, that's not happening.
That's not how it works.
Yes,
Yeah.
Trisha Paytas did have her DID arc already.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, she could be that insane. Not gonna lie. I don't know if either of you keep up with her, but she seems to be mostly normal now. Mostly.
Yeah.
She married a Jew, had a baby. I'd say that's pretty normal now.
We were talking about the Jesse and James. Oh yeah, I remember hearing about them.
We talked about Jesse and James at the start, which that one was pretty on the nose as far as fictional characters go. I mean, you name them fucking Jesse and James. Like, it's Pokemon. Everyone knows you got that from Pokemon. It's not exactly like a small thing. Jesse and James are still the main villains in Pokemon like 20 years later.
Yeah.
I might have to show you that later, Lumi, because Jesse and James deleted all their shit, but then they went back on a talk show with somebody talking about it, and they basically said that their form of DID was so unique and so special that the therapist didn't want to diagnose them with it because they didn't understand it.
And it's like, especially with them being like, oh yeah, I'm in a relationship with my alter. That was fucking stupid.
You know who might actually have DID, and it could be an Uber like thing that nobody thought of. Christian, because Christian likes to think that they're married to multiple people and that they see them and that they're around them.
That's just called schizophrenia.
That's fair. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. I do believe that Christian is mentally broken for the rest of their life. That's not
They
DID?
draw their alter ego. If you look up TikTok DID creator, a very large percentage of them, which are most of them are fake, by the way, are drawing OC drawings of their quote-unquote alters. Almost every single one of them. It's ridiculous.
Christian claimed they were possessed by magic. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
And plus, the majority, like, for actual cases of DID, there's no shared memories. Like, a lot of the time, they're not even aware that they have an alter.
Yeah, it's like a blackout.
Well,
it's one of the reasons it's like so stressful for people that have it, because it's like, I just blacked out for a fucking week and I genuinely don't know what happened in that time.
yeah, Lumi, you watch Psych, right?
Watch what?
Psych, the TV show?
No.
Well, there was an episode where that they were talking with a guy who they thought was haunted, but it turned out he actually just had DID and turned into a woman. It was actually kind of interesting.
It's like, I think the most, at least realistic movie that I've seen with DID. It's called fuck, what was it?
Was it the one where the guy kidnapped the girls and it was
No.
Split, right?
No, Split is a dog shit movie.
Oh, I thought we were talking about just one in general. Is there a good one
Yes.
that portrays it like not a ridiculous Hollywood invention?
Fuck, which one was it? Identity.
Identity.
May have to look into it.
Isn't there an M. Night Shyamalan movie?
That was Split.
That was Split. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's Split. I will show you Identity if after stream, depending on how long we go, you can watch it.
I was hoping we could get through this.
Yes.
Yep.
Is one video that I want to play that clearly shows the mentality that these people have and their lack of personal accountability.
To celebrate, I want to tell you a little bit about my
Oh.
system, and I want to introduce you to my most special boy, Exploit. This is Exploit the Pixel Demon. He's my system's gatekeeper. This little guy has been my Texas Beach mascot for a long time.
What the fuck did you just call me? And why are you making me use this awful TDS voice? I do not sound like this, you bitch.
He's not the biggest fan of being called a little guy, but Plush Blade is so cute.
I refuse to be reduced to a toy or a stream asset. Show them my real form.
Okay, fine. I'll show your actual ref sheet.
Okay, again, because somebody in chat mentioned it. Yes, these are people that are actually drawing their quote unquote alters. So this person is claiming that their front altar, the one that quote gatekeeps their system, is this guy, which is just clearly like a fucking OC they made. This is not an actual alternate personality they have.
It's not a bad looking one, but they're still evil for doing this.
But yeah, no, this stuff is crazy. See, even this person knows ref sheet for a DID alter is wild. This is such a common problem with the fakers, because it's not how that works.
No.
He formed over 4 years ago and has never left Cofront since. If I get really stressed out, he'll typically be the alter that covers for me. You can tell Exploit is masking as me by his lack of emotional availability, and he tends to be super dense. He's not the most empathetic, and he can be pretty harsh, but he means no harm, even though he does like to eat most of my memories.
That was a video she made for an alter after she got into some drama and came off as rather harsh and hard-headed. While the subreddit doesn't have any record of what this drama was, the video in itself is telling about her personal lack of responsibility and accountability.
Maybe
It's
it could have been
very
Poppy.
telling
Who knows?
for what we're about to get. So around March of 2024, Aspen is added to the uncensored member list on the Fake Disorder Cringe subreddit, and here's some things we have to cover here. While the thread is decently sized, I'm going to read it in whole so everyone can get the picture of how dangerous this individual really is. After popular demand and some investigation, we've decided to allow Aspen to be posted uncensored. She falls under all 5 criteria. She is 20 years old, but despite the blatant spread of misinformation and glamorization of DID and attempt at monetization from a marginalized disorder, the mod team would like to bring NSFW things to your attention. Aspen's fanbase targets minors as young as 13 years old while publicly promoting furry porn on her Reddit and YouTube pages. She allows adults in her Discord server to have highly inappropriate conversations with traumatized minors. There's also evidence of Aspen engaging in sexually inappropriate conversations with her minor fanbase in the past. Her Discord is promoted on her TikTok and her Twitch. On Reddit, Aspen posts furry porn of herself and NSFW subreddits and promotes her Twitch to weirdos on Reddit who then join her Discord full of minors as young as 13 years old. Her Discord server has no verification or age rules. She also has zero intent on making her server safe for the literal traumatized children who idolize her. In one of these YouTube shorts that she posted, it was promoting a Rule 34 page featuring cropped images of an example. I'll never post it or interact with it because I don't want a kid to see it. I try to keep all my social media stuff TV-14, which is verifiably false. The video itself points out where to find it, signals its existence, and she actively posted it herself on Reddit.
How do you feel about people drawing not safe for work artwork of you? Well, if you saw my Rule 34 page, you would know how I felt about that. I'll just never post it or interact with it because I don't want a kid to accidentally see it. I try to keep all my social media TV-14.
After the video,
How do y'all feel about that?
She clearly does adult content, so like she shouldn't be having minors anymore.
She's still on
Yeah.
Twitter.
I don't know.
No.
This was a fairly new video, so I think she was still active, at least at the time this was made.
Oh, her Twitch account is gone.
Twitch account's gone. Twitter is locked.
The Tumblr is gone. The person on Tumblr says, I'm stealing this from a URL from a racist, ableist, homophobic piece of shit.
Yeah, I didn't get far enough in to see what the racism was. I'm curious if I care about that or not. Because sometimes it's like they made a racist joke 20 years ago. I'm more concerned about the fact you've got a bunch of minors in your Discord while you're posting furry porn to them.
Yeah.
remember, children as young as 13 naturally sought out the Rule 34 artwork, and she posted another short to brag about it.
34! I told you not to! Now you know what I look like under my clothes. If you're an artist, do not put artwork on my Rule 34 page. You guys are sick. Wait!
Inches.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a meme.
So
yeah, she was clearly mocking it.
I found her link tree. I'm gonna send it to put it in shooting the shit for you guys. Most of her links for this are dead. Her Twitch is gone. I'm not clicking on her Discord. Her YouTube is there, but all that is there are her YouTube shorts. Her Twitter is gone. What about her throne? Is her throne? I mean, I assume the throne will probably. Yeah, no, her throne is gone. It just redirects to mine.
Well, I think if you try and go to a throne that doesn't exist, it just naturally goes to whatever, like, either the front page or your own if you have one.
Yeah, so here, chat. This is...
Oh no, this is Aspen, new Twitter, or rename.
Oh, did she rename it?
Twitter?
There you go.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, it's a
Posts are
protected account.
protected.
No!
This is an old Twitter, though, so this is just one they still had.
Oh.
Or like you said, they just renamed it, right?
Oh, that's funny. What is a straw page?
Oh.
When you click,
it's another link tree.
when you click on it, it says nothing. Go home. Good.
Oh, it's a website builder thing. This looks horrific. Holy shit. People use this?
Oh.
But don't go harass this person, chat.
You can't.
You were allowed to make fun of them here. On my video.
Oh. You can't, like, again, her Discord link is gone.
Furry porn, and then rewarding her fan base for looking it up and making a video to shout it out. These are videos taken from a document beginning on page 87, which also accuses Aspen of inappropriate sexual conduct with a 16-year-old moderator. This document also shows Aspen speaking about pornographic and sexually charged
Why can't you just
subjects
stay
on her
away from
Twitter
kids,
account,
man?
which are automatically shared in her server full of minors. For privacy reasons, the thread did not share screenshots of her in Discord, which her and minors are engaging in sexually inappropriate conversations, but I've downloaded the screenshots.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's always VR chat, too.
That's why they do it.
And that's why VR chat equals sex fest most of the time.
The USB.
Chris Tyson moment.
The computer mouse and the USB. I mean, you are 16 now. At some point, you were gonna have to have this talk.
You can't even say you didn't know.
Ah!
Like, we're gonna talk about the birds and the bees. You are 16 now, so you can have this talk. Like, oh my god. You knew their age.
People are calling us ists and phobes for calling this person out or making fun of them.
Where?
What?
No, when we were talking about Poppy and everything, and we were making.
Oh yeah.
And people were calling us ists and phobes.
Yeah. Chat.
Man.
Because we accurately called this person a DID faker.
Wasn't this person also non-binary?
Right again.
We need to take a screenshot of this video and show it on Twitter and put it on the Twitter account. Just say, "We're right again, bitches."
We're right again.
We're always right, chat. Batting 100.
I know, but like the VR part. The VR part of the birds and the bees. Yeah. Yeah. You don't like it? That's completely normal. Most people, it's not time, so it's understandable that you're not ready.
And if I missed anything, I will let everyone else read through the thread, as I will be linking it in the description for anyone who wants access to it to back up anything. This thread also has the document that they're talking about. I think we can understand why this person was made a public figure on the subreddit. And now I'm gonna jump into like the whole Discord conundrum, as Aspen's Discord server is where a good chunk of the hate and ammo against her manifested. Aspen's server is a public Discord server in which users of any age are welcome. She has said that herself, and while Aspen has said that everyone is welcome and that she doesn't want younger people in her Discord server, she does nothing to weed out like the minors that are in her server. So even if she wanted it to be an 18+ server, unless she did that, she physically can't, as it's already been stated that everyone is welcome.
r/systems subreddit was right? Let's talk about that. So recently my Discord has blown the hell up. Thank you. And for their own reasons, many of which I consider a massive reach, they have decided to make me an uncensored public figure. Even though I strongly disagree with you on a lot of things. But something we can universally agree upon is safety in my Discord server, especially for younger users. I do not really want younger users in my Discord server. I can be a little mean and vulgar, and not to mention, a lot of our ideology clashes, and I just don't want to deal with it. I don't want to hear about your closed names, I'm sorry. But it is undeniable that younger users will join, and it is my responsibility to provide some level of protection. And I really feel like our new level up system is the way to go. This really isn't the small 200-person server that it used to be. We are actively expanding our mod team and going to increase our auto mod. I do feel like gatekeeping the system channels to chat activity could really weed out people who are just looking to lurk in the channels or potentially DM people for not good reasons. That being said, I am happy to work with you. There are some things you have suggested that I don't want to implement for safety concerns. I'll list them out here.
So she doesn't want to implement these on her server for safety concerns. Making the server 18+ will encourage minors to lie about their age. Teens seek out things that are considered forbidden as part of their development. So you don't want to make the server an 18+ space because you think it attracts more children. What? Age roles would make younger users even more of a target. We should be treating everyone as a minor in a shared space. I don't think we should be treating everybody as a minor, but I do kind of agree with, I don't think you should have age roles.
No, not at all.
Because that, first off, that actively encourages children to join, and it actively puts a target on them.
Yep.
Because you just provide, if an actual pedo joins, you just provided a huge list of this is everybody under the age of 13.
Because minors don't lie in that case.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna like say it. I just don't like, even if I was doing more like safe for work stuff, I just don't want like minors in my Discord.
No, yeah, this is something that I decided a long time ago when I stopped doing Facebook streams of Minecraft. I don't want kids near me anymore. Absolutely not. I'm not even gonna take a chance. It's not worth it.
It's like part of me wishes that Discord still did, like, you know, in fucking in-app ID verification. Like, if you fucking ID verify, your entire account is ID verified, so then you can join 18+ servers. But they got rid of that.
Yeah, look, it's fine if a kid watches like my videos or something. I don't really care. It's not my job to police your kids. But I don't have to like talk with everybody that watches my videos. If you're going to be in my Discord where I'm going to speak to you, I want you to be an adult. I don't like talking to kids. It's weird.
I agree.
That's something I've never understood. Like, people are like, oh, I can just talk to kids. Like, no. Well, it's weird as, like, especially when some of you are in your 30s, it's like, yeah, I can, like, hang out and chat with a 15-year-old. Even if it's not sexual, that's fucking weird. In my opinion. Okay?
It is.
Like, how much in common do you actually have with a 15-year-old? Genuinely speaking, that is... You don't.
Not at all. No.
The last two things don't really matter. It's they don't allow not safe for work topics or images, which that's not true. You talk about sex shit all the time. The images maybe, but you talk about sex shit all the time. And then I'm not gonna baby see PTSD victims. They can hear the shit word. It's okay. Don't really know what that's about, but on face value, I agree with it. I'm not gonna like police people's like cursing in my server just because somebody might be triggered by it.
But my mods have been instructed to check the subreddit regularly for suggestions on safety. If there's anything you believe needs immediate attention and you can't wait for someone to
Also, she's wearing a Steven Universe shirt.
already lurking anyway, we have a ticketing system. Head to the welcome channel and make a ticket. Tell us any concerns you have, screenshots, whatever. Even if we don't necessarily agree with you,
Is your PNG just rose quartz?
we're not going to ban you if you're truly being constructive and
A
not
furry
harming
rose
the
quartz,
members of our
maybe.
community. I'm no longer going to be talking about this subreddit.
It's mostly the hair that gets me.
Ultimately, this server is for my Twitch channel, and I would prefer if you think of me less as a system streamer and more of a streamer that happens to be an alter. I've been talking about it for years, just not really on TikTok. I
So
hate
wait,
most of those old TikToks
is there
because
streaming
they suck.
personality and alter already? That
As my platform grew, I stopped talking about it more and more. I wasn't ready to be put under a microscope, but I am now, and I'm happy to be here for my community. And you guys are part of my community, even if we don't like each other. Serious TikTok over, back to being a troll, yay!
Now, I want to dissect the list of rules.
Wait, do they think of themselves as a troll? I thought they thought of themselves as more like a genuine creator.
Maybe they defended Pappy as a troll.
That's gonna be their excuse.
She couldn't implement due to safety concerns. Let's start out with the obvious one, her not being able to mark the server as 18 plus in fear that minors will just lie to enter anyways because they're naturally more curious about the forbidden PID server. I have many issues with this. Most Discord servers that are 18 plus will not allow anyone who hasn't verified an ID to prove their age to enter. Hell, I've been in servers that have had this implemented. This is just one of the most dog shit reasons to not mark a server as 18 plus. There's also many servers who have a safe for work portion of their server while barring everyone who hasn't had an ID approved from visiting the NSFW chats in those servers. To say that there's no possible way that you could make the server 18 plus because minors would join anyways is just a front to excuse not marking the server as 18 plus to begin with. She also mentions that you are not allowed to discuss
Oh, as a side point, I actually don't believe in servers that have 18 plus sections needing to require ID. And I think that requiring ID typically makes things more unsafe, because now you're trusting a bunch of mods to like deal with people's actual personal identification.
Yeah.
I think that causes more problems than it solves. Just mark it as 18, do Discord's 18 mark, and be like, look, if we catch you being a kid and lying about this, we'll boot you out, but ultimately it's Discord's problem.
Yeah, because you're not going to get in trouble legally if you just didn't know. You'd be more at a risk if you ask. I think we've talked about this before, but you're more at a risk asking for ID because
you're taking on liability.
Yeah.
ages anywhere, otherwise the subreddit will be more likely to harass them. This rule is really dangerous. To not allow anyone to mention their age in a server where anyone can talk and meet is a terrible rule to implement. They're actively becoming a melting pot for groomers to find victims. Age has nothing to do with what the subreddit covers. The posters in the subreddit are also meant to censor everyone that isn't a public figure, so nobody's getting harassed over their age, walking dangerously close to an already thin line. This is just a disaster waiting to happen. Aspen also mentions that she just treats everyone in the server like minors while constantly having NSFW conversations in the server as well. So make it make sense, girl. Be for real. No NSFW, a very normal rule that most servers have, including my own. However, while Aspen's server may have that rule implemented, it seems that it's less of a rule and more of a recommendation, because with the amount of sexual conversations going on in this server, it really is just a recommendation. Saying no NSFW while having a figure like Meowba in your server is quite the flex, given that Meowba and NSFW.
Fucking Meowba. God.
Also, why are we exposing victims of supposed trauma?
Oh yeah, so this kind of comes up a little bit later in this video, but apparently Aspen and Meowba are actually really good friends.
I'm surprised Meowba is still around.
Wait, isn't Meowba that like annoying TikTok streamer that like a lot of people were worried might actually like be a groomer as well? I think I've heard
I
of
don't know
them.
about groomer. I know they have a lot of other allegations going on.
I mean, they had people like pay money for, what was it, either pay money to have her cut their names into her thigh, or was she having people cut her name into their thighs?
No.
We're gonna have to do another thing for you on Meowba one day, because they are a rabbit hole unto themselves.
Yep. I know Turkey Tom has done a few videos on her.
Yes, he has.
Yeah.
So severe that they developed DID to a
didn't
person
hear
who would
that.
carve her name into their thigh for Discord roles. That just
Oh yeah, no, they mention it. Carve their people's names into their thigh for Discord roles. They were getting other people to carve Meowba's name into their thighs to get attention. And Aspen is good friends with them.
Chat.
It's just like the whole cut for Bieber thing, or cut for One Direction.
Except those were by 4chan to fuck with people.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but people
unironic.
actually did it though.
Yeah, I don't think that was necessarily the intention though. I mean, for some people it was.
I think for the One Direction, I think the One Direction one was to try to prevent them from breaking up or something.
Why are people
Here's
so
my rule,
retarded?
chat. And this is why it's not trolling. Is they're currently under lockdown. The thing is, if you are trolling, if you have to tell somebody you are trolling, you are immediately not a troll anymore. As soon as you say, I'm just trolling, it's gone. You lose the right to say it. Like, sometimes I'll tell people that I troll people sometimes. I don't do it with the Mizu account. You will never know where I troll people at, because that ruins the entire purpose of it.
You still do it to
Once
this
you know
day?
they're a troll, it's not funny. Do what?
Do you still do it to this day?
Not normally.
Fair enough.
It's too much work.
Yes, it is
And
a
it's
lot
not
of work.
fun It's not fun anymore. Because every idiot actually believes the stupid thing you're trying to troll somebody with, because of how like crazy the internet's gotten.
seems very counterproductive. While I understand you claim your server isn't a safe space, your community is still mainly vulnerable children, and you're introducing them to someone who is known for being predatory toward vulnerable people. Oh, then proceeding to flirt and have sexual conversations with this person on multiple occasions. Really looking out for minor safety, huh? Reminder that Aspen has said everyone in her server would be treated
Side note, she kind of scrolled through those really quick, but Meowba at one point said to them, touching meow self to your messages. I want to shoot myself reading that.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft. I want to sunset myself in Minecraft.
as if they're a minor to avoid NSFW.
I would throw all my items in the lava in
actively
Minecraft.
Taking in NSFW conversations herself. Because yeah, that's what we do when we're trying to protect children. Aspen seems to be rather full of herself, thinking that any system watching will split their very own Aspen altar, and then going on to encourage this parasocial behavior. Aspen has multiple profile pictures of their character for these Aspen altars to use, specifically giving them permission and encouraging them to use them. She's literally encouraging kids to roleplay as herself. Like, literally. She's also going as far to document every system that has an altar of herself. Most of the people claiming this are minors.
One really funny thing about being a system content creator is inevitably there will be interjects of you. An altar of an altar? Alterception! But yeah, after seeing this little cretin running around my Discord server, I figured I should have some proper profile pictures, just in case. So we made an Aspen Interject straw page, complete with a wall of cringe documenting every system who has an Aspen. Of course I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, but I do have the link in my Discord if you need it for some reason.
Aspens?
So this is actually relevant because this comes from the gym headmates thing, where some people start believing they can have an altar of a fictional character. And Aspen covers that. She clearly comes from the headmate school of thinking, where you can have an altar of a fictional character, including Aspen.
Seems to not listen until it is to her own detriment as well, rather than listening to those politely correcting her, like when she said boycotts are performative, and then proceeded to list her entire Starbucks order.
To be fair, they are.
Yeah.
Most of them do absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Just look at the Genshin one.
Boycotts.
Yeah.
It was being mentioned in her Discord server. Later down the line, she also says that she's been getting coffee at a local boba spot with odd hours because she's been boycotting Starbucks right after calling it liberal bullshit. What happened?
Wait,
You don't want
what?
to listen to the people telling you what
Is
was
she
going
like
on
literally the
until
same as
everyone started
Pappy?
hating on you for it.
Yeah.
Coffee today and it was better than Starbucks? Well, that's not really hard to do, but we're gonna talk about it anyway. I would definitely consider myself a white girl coffee aficionado, since we've been collectively
I thought you were a
boycotting
system.
Starbucks. Unless I have a gift card,
You're
which
not a white
I've
girl,
already been
you're a
canceled for,
system.
so I tend to get my coffee from a local boba place. They have really weird hours and don't even open until 11 a.m. Needless to say, I was thrilled when a Dust Rose opened up near my house. I need to get my fix. Not only are the prices way better, I got like a 33-ounce frap for like $8. At Starbucks, that'd be like $14. All of
Ugh.
their flavors were awesome. They weren't too sweet. They were about
I do not
as sweet
understand
as
people that
Starbucks
drink coffee.
flavors. But you could like actually
Yeah.
tell what the flavor
What the
was. It didn't
fuck?
just taste like watered down sweet like Starbucks drinks do. I got a blended frap and I liked the consistency of the ice better than Starbucks. But regardless of where you choose to get your white girl coffee fix, please don't shame other people for getting what.
I normally agree with this sentiment. However, being educated is not the same as being rude about a preference. This is going on to say activism is liberal BS, especially activism for literal genocide. This is the one thing on this person like I start to disagree with them on.
Yeah.
Because like you guys gotta learn to like not bring your politics into everything. Like a majority of people don't give a shit about the Starbucks thing.
Like 99% of the world probably doesn't care.
Yeah.
What they prefer. Their oppositional bias is just gonna kick in and they're gonna want to do the thing that you're telling them not to do even more just to spite you. I've gone on record in saying the benefits of boycotts are a little bit dubious at best. And if you just go up to random people and start screeching at them in their comment section to stop doing something, they're gonna think you're ridiculous. And that's coming from someone who tries to boycott things when I can. Cause if it's something small I can do to help, I'm gonna do it. I'm personally not too terribly interested in fighting for the moral high ground. That being said, don't stop talking about Palestine and keep suggesting good alternatives.
While Aspen claims to be safe for work, she has a tendency of being NSFW on main and in her Discord as previously discussed. However, we're discussing her Twitter account this time, where she has an abundance of porn being posted and constant references to NSFW acts, and often interacts with NSFW of her own character, going as far to shitpost about wanting a dildo on main where minors are following her. If you want to look at her Twitter now, though, you'd have to follow her and get accepted in order to do so. I believe we all know why.
Oh, okay. So she was protected at the time of this video. Before this video was even out, she was already protected.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm not 100% sure when she actually went protected. Probably sometime after this Reddit covering her. I would have to put it then.
Mm-hmm.
She would do this, as it would just take way too long to scrub an account with that much dirt completely clean. Before I move forward, I wanted to just add something else onto that last part. Aspen says that she turns off her comments and stuff to avoid like people hating on her, and because she was getting so many death threats. But I believe that Aspen does just turn off her comments because she doesn't like it when people disagree with her. She has had many people sit there and disagree with her and kindly explain their own opinions to her, while she sits there and calls them retards and faggots, and then proceeds to say she just does not care. She has done this multiple times, and it's very tiring to look at because it's—
To be fair, I agree with that method.
Over and over again. Aspen says something inflammatory.
Agreed.
People respond and say, hey, that's not nice. It's not nice for this, this, and this. Aspen doubles down, and then so on and so forth. It just repeats so much, and I've seen this so many times. But yeah, that's why she did.
So chat, I think the important part to kind of take away from this is that these are people that like portray themselves as super progressive and super forward thinking, that if they watched our stream and saw us say retard, they would whine about it for months. Like, we would never hear the end of it. But when it comes to them, they will drop it every chance they get.
Mm-hmm.
It's all just like performative for them. They don't really give a shit.
Disables comments and often does private her Twitter account because she doesn't like people who disagree with her. That's literally it, I swear. Aspen here says she also believes all victims that aren't victims of her friends, at least. You see, Aspen here was friends with a DID content creator known as Toybox, a person who has had multiple documents made on them alleging inappropriate behavior towards minors. Yet Aspen didn't read said documents when provided with them. She herself admits this. Rather than looking at the abundance of evidence provided to her, she ignored it and left this person, who is allegedly very dangerous toward minors, with moderator perms in her Discord server full of minors. A person was left to go on and potentially victimize more children. She then later made a TikTok about Melanie Martinez allegations, saying to believe victims when it seems she herself doesn't believe all victims.
In light of the recent Melanie Martinez allegations, I've noticed some people saying some very concerning things. I understand having some degree of skepticism, especially when it comes to celebrity essay allegations, but actively looking for ways to discredit Timothy just so you can support Melanie Martinez, actively
Adding these over the top of this video to show how ironic this is. Hi there, how can I help you? Hi, I'm so sorry, but I'm friends with Ivy. I was talking to her because they had said their abuser had joined the server and they opened a ticket to discuss this. And you guys added the abuser to the ticket. Maybe you guys had misunderstood what they were saying, but either way, that feels inappropriate to do. And Aspen says they failed to provide proof and didn't claim abuse. And then the other person replies back, did you guys listen to her or just do the ticket?
Perpetuates rhetoric that makes it even harder for—
either way, you shouldn't add people to a ticket like that. Did you ask to add the person? It was IRL sexual assault.
Sorry, chat. I will respond to stuff afterwards. Please don't spam, by the way.
The most harmful thing that
They claimed abuse after we added them. They said rumors first. One of the mods, I guess, replies, we were listening to her, asked several times for abuse proof or just proof of the rumor claims. Aspen says no proof whatsoever. Then they fucking bot Aspen Frost has reached level 18.
I'm seeing is people criticizing Timothy for not going to
GG,
court.
Aspen Frost, level 18.
Today I have to make a serious video about someone that I have shared my platform with. I've collaborated with this system and I have actively promoted them on my streams. And before I became more aware of these allegations, I considered this person my friend for 3 years. The person I am talking about today is a user by the name of Toybox Plush. They're active here on TikTok, but their primary platform is Twitch. Trigger warning for everything listed. I will not be sharing everything in
Trigger.
this TikTok, but I will be linking to multiple documents in my Discord server. After we had a personal disagreement, which involved them talking behind my back, I decided that it was time to cut contact with them. I never expected to make it public that I am ending contact with this person, but after I did, a few of their victims came forward. I had been previously made aware of these allegations by Toybox, but they were not given the severity that they needed to be, and they were severely downplayed to me. I had been given a few of these documents in the past, a while before I ended contact with this person. I did not read the documents, and I took Toybox's word for them.
Why would you not just read the document?
Because reading's hard.
Like, if somebody sent me a document on one of you two, I'm going to read it all the way through, if for no other reason than to make fun of it if it's bullshit. Which we've done before. Like,
Yes.
somebody released a document that had me in it, and we all looked at it. We made fun of it because it was ridiculous.
Yeah, if my
But on the off chance it's real, I want to read it.
No, yeah, I agree. Like, you know, if any one of the people from my past decides to release bullshit, I would want you guys to read it specifically just so that you felt comfortable about it.
Yeah. I'll tell you both now. Somebody sends me a document on one of you two, I'm going to read it all the way through, and then I'm going to either confront you with it, or I'm going to be like, hey, look at what this idiot said about you. Like, but I'm still going to read it. I don't understand. Like, I would never go to one of you first, like, hey, somebody sent me a document on you two. Do you want to tell me what it's about? Because I don't feel like reading it. That's not gonna happen. I'm just gonna read it myself.
Well, the only person I can think of that would write some bullshit like that, you both know, so...
I'd still read it, it'd be funny.
Yeah, I'm ready if they decided to twist bullshit, but it would be funny. We will delay Akko's trial of malicious Kafefe until an appropriate time, yes.
The first piece of general misconduct, and the main reason why I didn't demote them sooner for some of this other misconduct, was that they threatened to hurt themselves if I ever took away their mod role.
That should not stop you.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm gonna kill myself if you take away my mod role.
In Minecraft. Sorry, I don't mean to keep doing that.
You get a I don't know if you guys saw it because it flashed up really quick earlier, but you got a document that accused them of sexual assault and fucking animals. And you're like, I don't want to remove their mod role though,
Wait,
because
hold on,
they
what
said
the
they're
fuck?
gonna hurt themselves. Did you not? Yeah, that flashed up really quick.
No, guys, someone just fully funded the fucking
The headset?
plus 3.
Hey!
Damn it! Oh,
For those of
fuck.
you who don't know, whoever funded it did know that. Akko promised to play all the way through Dustborn if somebody funded that soon.
You're welcome, Lumi. I did that for you.
So now Akko also has to play all the way through Dustborn in one sitting, like me.
Thank you so much.
Well, I have Monday off, chat, so I know what we're doing Monday. Devborn. Dev said that he hates the game, so if he says he hates it, then I'm like very terrified. So, Lumi, was it one? Oh, go ahead.
Huh? I was gonna say when I play Dustborn, I'm just gonna be like, Dev, you're gonna join me in this horror. I don't know, just to torment him. Because it's funny.
We're all gonna do like long playthroughs through it. Mine is not gonna be this upcoming Thursday, but next Thursday. Akko, you said yours is gonna be Monday, like
We'll
2
see.
days Monday, or next week Monday?
We'll see, because I have Monday off this week, because it's Labor Day.
Oh, fair enough. God, I wish I had Labor Day off. I even think we're closing early.
Alright,
Fucking
chat. Just to show you. There it is. It's 25 gigabytes. Are you kidding me?
Should be a group member under the T stream. I mean, we would, but we all have like different days we're gonna be off to do it. Cause like I did promise I would do it all in one sitting, like a solid 10-hour stream of just Dustborn.
I will probably do Dustborn maybe next Saturday.
Yeah, Monday is Labor Day, right?
Yep.
Yeah, no, I don't even like. We're not even closing early.
Fucking.
Oh,
jeez. Okay, this is fucking funny. The person who funded the headset quoted you, Akko, saying, "I'm saying this because I know nobody will do this." And then this person replied, "Are you challenging me?"
Listen, I'm actually really happy though because now, okay, so is it one of those things where you just get the money for it, or they just is Throne gonna send it to you?
Sending it to me.
Okay, so I am tomorrow.
It depends normally if it's a reputable seller or not. If it's a reputable seller, they'll just buy it for you and send it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's through Amazon.
Oh yeah, then you're gonna get it in a week or two. Here's what I'm gonna do, Lumi. I need you to send me the reference that you want, and I'm gonna make a Vroid model of said reference tomorrow, and then I'm gonna port it to VRC. Do you have a VRC? You have a VRC account, yeah?
Yeah.
Can you upload models to that account?
Yes.
Okay, I will make you a VRC model tomorrow. I will try to get as close as I can to the reference that you want. I don't think they do tails. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. I figured probably get like the podcast outfit, and I know Rage is already gonna be connecting me to a 3D model artist.
I mean, fair, but I want to like get you some like a wait, like really? Like a 3D model artist? Really? Oh damn! Show me who they are when you're done too, because I'll I'm just curious. Okay, I can do that one. Yeah, that's actually pretty easy.
This is why I do basic outfits, because it's easy,
Well,
which
no.
means less money.
No, it's not. It's just I feel like I can find the textures for that easily and get all that done. But no, I'll make you a Vroid model, and then once you get it, we'll do a podcast. Maybe we could try that for our 50-second stream. Oh man, holy cow! I'm actually really excited now.
Akko's gonna go full autistic on the newsroom.
I'm not gonna make a newsroom because that requires a little bit more Unity work, but we'll find a world.
Anyways, we continue video.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm glad that you got the new thing though.
Of my Discord community spoke up after I cut contact with Toybox and told me about some of their awful moderation practices that actively harmed everyone's experience and mental health, including closing tickets on members who were seeking help for moderation purposes in the server. They actively closed tickets on users they did not like and never let them state what their problem was. This led to several predators being able to run loose in the server and bad faith actors not being brought to justice, and I was completely unaware that these tickets were being ignored. They also direct messaged many members of the server, many of whom were minors. No moderation action ever happens in DMs in my server. We have a ticketing system and mods are forbidden from DMing members, so they actively violated our moderation rules. Luckily, nothing sexual happened in any of these DMs as far as we can tell, but they were actively trying to befriend these users. From this point forward, we are now getting into the more serious allegations, and the topics for the trigger warning will be brought up from now on out. You're welcome to scroll at this time. Toybox has authored and published a South Park fanfiction that contained graphic depictions of child abuse involving children under the age of 10, and there were other fics that also included animal abuse. The one that we have and are showing in this document.
Does this person not know how absolutely fucking degenerate the South Park fandom is? I was in the South Park fandom, especially when the whole Creek thing was super fucking popular. The creators made a social media post for the Craig and Tweak episode saying, "Hey, we need you guys to draw a yaoi art of Craig and Tweak."
Yeah. This is a situation where I don't care about this specific thing. I cared more about the fact that they skim over this. They go to immediately to like the South Park fan fiction thing. But they're like, yeah, so they were letting predators just run loose in the server and closing tickets whenever people tried to report them. It's like, hold up. Are we just gonna like skim over that?
Was made as early as late 2021, which would have made Toybox either 18 or almost 18. Toybox is currently 19, so these are somewhat recent allegations. Toybox also has commissioned and been gifted numerous pieces of artwork containing graphic child abuse of the scenarios in their fanfictions. We also received an insider tip from someone in their private server that they have recently reconnected with an artist named Danny from their past, which happens to line up with the name and social media accounts of this user, who drew the artwork for these fanfictions. Within the past year, Toybox Plush has worn a cosplay to an all-ages convention of a character from a game that contains significant abuse material.
Problematic cosplay at an all ages event. Well, I mean, if the cosplay is like still safe for work. I don't think it matters.
Mm-mm.
I mean, there's some people in literal lingerie at public conventions.
Oh, trust me, I saw plenty.
Oh yeah, you can
But
go
yeah,
to the... Oh, go ahead.
I feel like a lot of this is gonna be like they didn't do anything bad.
In it called Boyfriend to Death. I know this is significantly heavier than some of
Boyfriend to death? Really? They're complaining about boyfriends to fucking death?
documents that we have posted in my
Yeah.
link. If you'd like to get the links to both the censored and the 18+ less censored version. Thank you so much for listening. The links to both documents are posted in this channel in my Discord server. You do not need to verify in any way, shape, or form in order to access the links to these documents. Please feel free to share these.
Wait, what? You don't have to be verified in any way to see these documents. By the way, these documents include censored and uncensored photos that I personally have just told you I consider pedophilia and zoophilia. Do you hear yourself? Jesus. Like, I don't even believe that these pictures are that bad, but first off, you probably shouldn't have them just available to your server because you have a bunch of kids in your server for some fucking reason. But like, second off, you can't say, I believe this stuff is pedophilia. By the way, here, I'm reposting all of it for all of you. You're so dumb. Any thoughts from you two?
No.
No, I'm actually telling Pako right now that Lumi's got the headset now.
Bring some closure to these victims by seeking justice for their abuser.
Aspen, you gave this person a platform. You sent your fan base of mostly minors to go and support them. You have said this yourself. Yet your excuse for not banning them was self-harm threats and the fact that they gave you artwork. You ignored mountains of evidence being sent to you on multiple occasions because this person was your friend. You defended this person who has had an abundance of evidence alleging that they were being predatory solely because they were your friend. You then take no personal responsibility or accountability. You give excuse after excuse as to why it's not your fault that you ignored mountains of evidence of this person being an alleged predator. Your excuses really mean nothing. It's not your imaginary alter's fault that you didn't look at the evidence. It's your fault. As a whole, it is your fault this happened. You let a person who allegedly fantasizes about CSA into your community when you were given evidence. You ignored it. As made evidence by all of these instances, Aspen doesn't admit fault when the tides turn against her. She doesn't choose to listen until she has had an overwhelming amount of people telling her to listen, and then when she finally does listen, when she finally stops doubling down, she doesn't apologize or take responsibility for her hard-headedness. She proceeds to throw out a million excuses as to why she didn't want to listen in the first place. Now, before I wanted to just end the video and get on to the outro, as someone who is autistic, I've seen Aspen poke fun at autism quite often without disclosing whether or not she has been formally diagnosed. She used autism in some derogatory manners and then often uses autism as a response to people calling her stupid, which—
Wait. I want to see that picture.
As a response to people—
To ever be as stupid as you is a feat of incredible strength. And they reply, I got that mega autist strength. With the please be patient, I have autism hat.
Okay,
You know
that's
what?
fucking funny.
You know
Yeah.
what? If
You
we
know,
took...
if it wasn't for the minor thing,
and the
I would
DID?
say fucking based. Yeah, the minor thing and the DID faking, I would say, you know what, maybe they're pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, they have like those two major issues. Granted, pretty big issues. But a lot of this other stuff, it's like, I don't care. Like the boycotting Starbucks thing, the please be patient, I have autism hat, I don't care.
calling her stupid, which, if undiagnosed, is very offensive and unfunny. It's different if it were a diagnosed autistic person making these jokes, but Aspen has left it rather unclear as to whether or not she is on the spectrum. And while this isn't a direct call-out, she's left me confused as to her diagnosis, but until that is disclosed, it's very ableist and unfunny if you're making jokes like this. It's an ongoing cycle that doesn't seem to ever slow down. The cycle of doubling down until everyone is saying you're wrong. The cycle of never taking personal accountability. The Aspen cycle does seem to be unending. At the end of the day, it does seem that Aspen is just a clinically online case that can't seem to take accountability and get off the internet to keep the people around her safe. These minors would be far safer without her presence running amok in all these small spaces of DID fakers, which are mostly made up of minors. While I don't like the fact these people are faking rather serious disorders, I also don't like the idea of them being taken advantage of, since they're clearly in a vulnerable state. Because while they don't have DID, they're obviously mentally—
What the fuck is the cat game about? I thought it was a chill game where you just went around pretty settings.
while she is—
Oh, it's a very fun game.
To take responsibility for her audience, for what goes down, what she chooses to believe and not to believe, and overall, it's not a good look. Maybe Aspen, if you're seeing this, highly doubt you will, you should take a break off the internet, go outside, get some fresh air, feel the breeze blowing on your face, take your medication, and just chill out. It's okay to get in drama every now and again, but to the point where it's every other day is very unhealthy for you, your mental health, and everyone else involved. As someone who was very online and who got into it every day on the internet but ended up taking a 4-year break, I can say that it definitely does help to just take a break, take a step back, look at it all, and just breathe.
I think there's a few more things
Anyways,
Aspen should be doing right now.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
And thank you to everyone for watching.
Just being real with you.
But yeah, chat, if you want to go watch that person, give them a follow. Their name is Rin at Rinzeed on YouTube. I'm not gonna like take away from their research here because we are just piggybacking off it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think about Aspen? Also, hello Peruru.
Let me go first.
They're stupid. Like, genuinely stupid. I think they need a nice grippy sock vacation, or to, go touch grass for a while, drop the DID thing, say that you're fucking retarded for the whole, minors thing. And then not just do social media.
Fair enough. Akko?
I think we were right. We were fucking right. Anybody that fucking calls us transphobic, bigoted, or whatever the fuck, I don't fucking care. I was fucking right. I was right, and I deserve a fucking apology for all the hate that people spew because we were right. We were right. This person was a fucking idiot. You guys defended a fucking idiot. I never want to hear people call me a bigot again because I made fun of that fucking clown.
For me, it's just that people always try and defend these people, and they're like, but they're publicly facing, like, they're so progressive and liberal, and it's like, if you watch any of their shit for like 5 minutes, they're genuinely the worst people you've ever seen. Like, I genuinely don't understand how you guys watch this stuff and you're friends with these people, and you don't see any issues with them. I am wondering about, like, their claims of constantly being a troll. Because I just don't buy it. It feels like maybe it's trying to escape accountability for stuff. Like, oh yeah, when I did that, I was just trolling.
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't buy it. Do either of you buy the troll thing at all?
No.
No, not really.
Not really. By the way, thank you for the super chats tonight. You all have paid for Dustborn. So technically I haven't lost any money. I'm just gonna lose my fucking sanity. And I know that I can't ask either of you to sit through it with me because both of you are gonna be playing it later.
Yeah, I want to play through it blind.
Yep.
But I appreciate you guys dropping by tonight and suffering with us. I have plans to make Lumi and Akko suffer even more in the future.
Yeah.
If any of you know who TB Skyen is, feel free to send me your least favorite TikToks and shorts he's ever made, because I plan to force Lumi and Akko to watch through some of them.
You
They're
show me
pretty
one.
bad.
You show me one, Lumi. We're in for a treat.
I see.
They're pretty bad. They're pretty bad. But, love you all. Thank you for dropping by. I'm going to send you all to my friend Introburb. And do either of you have anything else to say before we head out?
No, I have to read my super chats, and I'll go for a little bit longer, but...
I bring the cringe to the channel, chat. It's my responsibility. But good night, everybody, and I'm sorry I won't see any of you Thursday through Friday. I'm gonna have to miss the podcast too because I will be on vacation.
That's right.
It is fine.
Yeah, well, me and Lumi will make it work.
Night, chat.
Maybe we'll find a guest to bring on or some shit. I don't know. Okay. As for you guys, chat, I'll go through supers here really quickly. Sparks, thank you for becoming a member, by the way. I appreciate it earlier. Rage.
Enjoy your supers. I need to go get me a shower.
Okay.
Us! Currently playing the
Oh, shit.
out of Yakuza.
Hold on.
I'm getting close to the end. Welcome. Hope you...
End stream. Oh, fuck. Lumi, how was your smite?
Was good.
Was that the first time Arch had ever played?
He's played a few times before.
Okay.
I had 23 concurrents.
Nice.
Average person watched for 20 minutes.
Nice.
Total watch time was 25 hours.
That's
Very good.
It had 77 total views.
That's pretty good. It's better than a couple other people I know that like to laugh at us.
Yeah, and we'll see if the actual VOD gets any watches.
I think it probably will. As long as you got her name in the thing, you know.
Yeah, did you guys see the thumbnail?
Yes.
Yes.
What do you think of the little thumbnail?
I thought it was good.
I like it. I really like it. It's cute.
Holy cow. Okay. Oh. Thank you for the gifts. I will get to them here in a moment. Rage, thank you for the 5 half shekels. Also, AC is sleepers. What is AC? I imagine you're talking
Animal
about
Crossing.
I see. I see. Lumi, did I ask if you played Animal Crossing?
I play Animal Crossing.
Okay.
It's been a while.
I need to drag both of you onto my island eventually when I make it look pretty. Mizu says I can't show off his island, which is fair. Morse, thank you for
I'd have to clean it up. It's a little racist.
A little racist. As he sent you, Lumi, the picture of his flag.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
no.
sent it.
That's not my flag. That's just a banner I put at the start of my island. Let me see if I can find it. Because I actually did upload a custom flag as well.
Really quickly, Morse, thank you for the 2. Never bet against chat. I know, never bet against chat. Hey, listen, here's the thing. Yes, you don't bet against chat. However, I wanted Lumi to get a headset so that we could try streaming in VR. Because it's going to be fun. Now, Lumi, you have a Facebook burner account, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you're gonna have to use that. Because it will not let you use a MetaQuest without a Facebook account.
That is so stupid.
It is. But I'm glad that you at least have one. I made one specifically just so that I could use the MetaQuest. And then I deleted my Facebook account. But yeah, it'll be great. It'll be fun. Like I said, I'll make your model tomorrow. It is going to be simple. But it's going to be pretty good for free, basically. So I'm very excited about it. Very happy. And you can put it in VR chat and we can work on it. And I will legitimately spend most of tomorrow working on finding a world that we could like play around in. I know Paco's going to want to talk about that, but I'm really excited. Really fucking excited. Oh, I can't carry that.
It's
night,
something
guys.
new.
Night.
I am very, very excited to try out some. And I think it'll definitely add some more interactivity and everything.
To the podcast, I agree. I'm so excited though.
I'm excited to do like Beat Saber and stuff.
I think that's a game you have to buy. Because I don't think it comes with the MetaQuest, sadly.
Well, yeah, you can buy Beat Saber, But you know, my backs
Mm-hmm.
for all them songs. Shit.
Yeah, for sure.
I need to figure out how you put your model into VR, not VR chat, fucking Saber.
That one I don't know, but I'm sure that, like, if you want, I can take a look and try and figure it out. It's probably not that bad. But I'm really excited. Yeah, just supremely excited. I'm so happy now. I will, like, literally chat. I am gonna suffer with Dustborn. Like, I am gonna cringe the entire time. We're gonna make it an entire game stream. Either Monday or I will figure out a time to take off for it. But, like, I'll do it. I'll do it.
I'm 8 subscribers away from 2,000 subs on YouTube. Yay!
Oh, congratulations, chat. Here, get my chat open. I was gonna say you could put. Let me. I'll put your thing in there because I would like to. I want to get you to 2,000. So let me. Just, Chat. I want Lumi to be at 2,000 subs by the end of the stream here. Not that hard. Alright. 8 is not that bad. There's 116 of you in here. I'm sure that there's a couple that don't know who Lumi is, so. So, go ahead and sub to her. Because a sub for her is a win for everybody on the group, so. Very, very good. Don't have to hold a gun to my head. No, chat, I don't hold guns to people's head. That's only Arch when it comes to dev. I didn't know that any other. You know what's funny is when I think about countries owning firearms, I don't think that any other country could own firearms than the U.S. So when I heard him cock a gun, I was like, I didn't know he was allowed to own a gun. I'll unsubscribe. No, don't do that. Already liked and subscribed. Number go up. Yay. Yes. Absolutely. See, chat, the goal is all of us need to, like, get as close as we can to each other. You also need to sub to Mizu as well, because Mizu's cool. He's a femboy, but he is free. Oh my gosh. No, but, like, I will suffer during Dustborn, but it is for a good cause. I saw that it came with the link cable as well. Which is good, because most VR models you won't be able to see without a link cable. Free how? I don't know. The salty seaman follows Mizu? Yes.
B.
Oh, goodness. Did you get a chance to listen to any of that interview with Meriwether yet?
No, I've been busy all day with Archcast and then my stream, and then this stream.
Fair enough.
It's been a busy.
Fair enough. It was a busy day, yes. I'm not gonna say publicly who, but do you want to know who was messaging me about it all day? I sent it to your DMs.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. They had some very interesting things to say about it. I told them that if they wanted to use the interview to talk about it, that they had full permission to cut whatever parts out that they want. But they definitely had some choice words for it. How is Ro doing today?
He's doing good.
That's good.
Chilling. It's like, I know I've been sitting on my ass like all day because, you know, life of a streamer, you get just gonna sit down and stuff. But man, I am EP. Granted, I think that was just more social interactions and everything.
No, yeah. I think that nobody can discount the amount of social work that you have to do just being on stream all day. So, If you're tired and you need to go to bed or you need to get up, that's totally fine too, by the way.
Yeah, you don't need to go to bed. It's only midnight. What am I, an old lady?
It's true, and it is Sunday. I'm gonna be up for a little bit longer. Did you see any of the Elon Musk stuff with Brazil?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I didn't. Did you guys cover that today? I don't recall you guys talking about it, but man, was that insane.
It's so stupid.
Mm-hmm. I am of the mind that Brazil is going to come back to Twitter eventually.
Yeah.
Mostly just because, yeah, this guy's like, oh, Elon Musk is a criminal and I'm not going to bow to him, but they need Twitter. I'm sorry, they just need Twitter. Backlog gets longer. Catch up on Lumi's Berserk reaction. Interview with Merryweather next. We'll go with the Berserk thing first. I still need to. Oh, go ahead.
The Golden Age arc was very good. I cried twice.
Oh, you did? See, I still need to read because, like, working as long as I do, I haven't actually like opened up a manga ever since I started my new job, and I really need to. I'd miss it so much.
I highly recommend getting the deluxe editions for Berserk.
Isn't that like the hardback version?
Yes.
If I do, I am gonna ask Pako because again he owns his manga store, and I don't know how much he actually has, but he did say that he has a decent amount. So I'll just say, hey, can I? At the very least, if he's got physical copies, I'll see if I can borrow them. Because he might get mad at me if because he's getting on me because he's helping me with my debts and stuff. So he's getting kind of mad if I buy a lot of physical things. So I'll be like, can I borrow this?
After watching the 97 anime, read the manga, stuff after Golden Age is not safe for TV, even at Otaku O'Clock. It's like even a huge portion of the Golden Age couldn't get adapted because, well, I'm sure you've already read it, but everything to do with Wild could not. It's oh boy, I don't like Wild. Jesus fucking Christ, Wild. Bleh. Thinking back, it's just like icky.
Well, I mean, like the if you had to like summarize what the like if there was a theme around the manga, do you feel like he was trying to like give a specific message with it?
I mean, I'll need to read more of it,
Okay.
but from what I know of, Mira wrote it based off of like how he felt in different parts of his life and everything.
Okay.
It's like Jesus fucking Christ. It lets you get attached to characters and love them, and then it just rips out your heart, stomps on it, and then puts it right back in. And it's like, thanks, I hate it.
So like Magical Madoka, huh?
Worse.
Worse? Oh no.
Worse. Well, now you know the Griffith did nothing wrong meme.
I do know.
I mean,
that
it's
meme.
like I understand part of it. Griffith is a very interesting character. I need to do a couple of rereads to put my thoughts together about him. But I'm just like, I can see in a way how people can say he did nothing wrong, but the way that it's framed, like how we see it from, it's like we get to see a lot of Griffith's inner thoughts and everything in the manga.
Yeah.
I still need to watch all 3 adaptations of Berserk, but I think I have to wait till I'm done with the Conviction arc for one of them, if I remember correctly. But Griffith is a very, very compelling character, to say the least.
Yeah, it's definitely one I wanted to read for a while because everybody, because like that's the manga where the creator passed away, unfortunately, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember in 14, after he passed away, everybody just became a Dark Knight.
Yes.
to give
I
homage
still have
to him.
screenshots from that.
I remember those days. I don't think I was actively playing, but I just remember seeing people doing that, and Temp had to explain it to me a few times. So I was like, well, what's his significance to 14? And he had to explain to me, like, why he was really big to a lot of people. Yeah.
Probably thought he owned Casca. It's like Griffith, from what I can understand, which again I need to do a few more read-throughs. He didn't pay attention to her until she moved on, essentially. Then he got jealous, and then things happened. Berserk is good at gatekeeping. Yes, it is. I would say, what, last year, 2 years ago, I seen people on Twitter having an absolute shit fit over it.
Did I get your Streamlabs message? I'm behind. I did see that you sent me like $20 yesterday. You're talking about the YouTube promotions tab, which I'm using. I didn't actually get to look into that. But you're saying that if I use YouTube promotions, then YouTube will not push my channel anymore after the promotion ends? Is that really true? That's kind of crazy. I guess I'll have to experiment after that. Because I had used promotions before, and my channel seemed to be just fine, so we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
Because I look at YouTube promotions as kind of like a legal way of, you know, when you buy viewers illegally off of YouTube, I kind of look at it as kind of like that, but YouTube sanctioned because you're sending ads throughout the site. It's kind of funny because after I bought that promotion, I got an email from a YouTube ad revenue rep, and they're like, "Hey, we want to talk to you about this." And I'm like, "You realize I just bought a promotion, right?" And they're like, "Yep, we cover that too. Can you have a 30-minute phone call?" And I'm like, Do you work Sundays?" And they're like, "No." And I was like, "Well, I got bad news for you. That's the only day I'm off work."
I'll never forget Sweet Home Alabama. Dude, the king seemed so nice. And then he wasn't. I still hate it. Every single part of that. Ugh.
So is it just really gory, or is there a lot of corruption and just
It's
horrible
a lot
people?
of things. It's a little bit of everything. It's like, people say that Berserk is full of, you know, essay, gore, pointless violence. No. It's like, Berserk has one of the most accurate and thoughtful portrayals of how someone with extreme trauma reacts to situations. And like, it definitely hit different in Hellboy. Yeah, I cried.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. It seems like one of those series where if you are not faint of heart, well, I mean, like, you've read some pretty crazy stuff in your life, so like you went into this expecting a lot of craziness, and if it can still like make you upset, I would say that it's a pretty powerful story then.
It's so well written. The art is fucking beautiful. It's so good.
I believe
It's
it.
like I can get why people can't get into the story, but misrepresenting it to that degree is just disgusting. Especially when people were going out and saying that Mira deserved to die.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What series? The Berserk series. Was it ever finished?
Berserk? No.
No. Really? So it just like left off on a big cliffhanger? Oh. And they said the same to Toriyama? They did. They did. There's not enough hate in my soul, chat. But the little hate that I get, it kind of rotates around specific people. Not people, but just their actions. Because I don't hate anybody. I just hate what they do. I try to keep that. My mom always taught me to not hate people. I don't know. Oh, goodness. Oh, did I finish my supers? Hold on, let me, I don't think I did. Sparky, thank you for the 2. Never tempt the chat. Again, like we said. I will tempt the chat. It'll be beneficial for everybody here. Okay? Everybody will be happy. And then 99 Kresnik, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate it. Oh no, this poor duck has a flea on him. There we go. We got the flea off of him.
Or duck?
Is it a duck? It kind of looks like a duck.
That looks
No, that's a
nothing
bird.
like.
That's a blue jay. That's a blue
I was about to say.
Oh, fuck. You tempted chat and chat won twice. Case in point with the model.
His team's continuing berserk from his notes, yes.
Oh, really? Thank you for the 2, by the way. That's good to know.
And if I remember right, I believe the next arc that I'm going to be covering is the Lost Children's arc, and then after that is Conviction arc. People say that Lost Children is basically unadaptable.
Really?
Because of how, like, what's in there and stuff. Again, I haven't read it yet, so I don't know. But if it's similar to the wild stuff, oh boy.
The bot
Subject matter, yep.
Excuse me. The bot that reposts YouTube comments on Twitch ain't working. Is my Twitch still live? It shouldn't be, because, I raided into Mizu. Oh, I am raiding right now. That's funny. Or streaming, excuse me. Huh.
Oh, go.
I heard that.
What kind of shit?
Oh, that
It's like-
cat.
She's laying on my lap being a shit, and then I just pick her up and take her off of my lap.
She just sounded so discontented by you picking her up there.
Well, she was trying to bat me, so then I picked her up, and that's when she went, man. I'm like, shh, hush.
Hey, you're at 2K now.
Yay!
Yay, I'm so happy now. I am good. I'm very happy. He was? Well, I know he was.
Did he forget to press read?
No, I pressed raid. It's just, I think that when he ended, Restream was like, oh, this person's not live anymore. Let's turn back on the stream. Probably. My apologies, Twitch chat. I didn't think you were there anymore.
You know, maybe for, like, after I'm done with Berserk and stuff, I can yap with the almighty Lolly about it and be like, hey, you know this shit like the back of your hand. Wanna yap?
He's a cool guy. I know, he makes a lot of YouTube videos, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he's somebody that might be cool to get on the podcast. Maybe just to talk to. What, you guys are steadily growing? Yeah, I mean, like, so, chat, I'm very, happy about it. I will say, though, that, like, again, we've all been... there's been a lot of steps that have been taken to kind of help facilitate that growth, because when you're, when you become kind of like a group, you obviously kind of just filter around your fans and everybody that you interact with, and that's kind of how it works. That's the same way it works in Hololive as well. That's why all the girls are always collabing, because you get people that follow you from Gura's channel, and then she jumps to somebody from the third phase and the second phase, and they all just kind of mix around. And it works incredibly well. Of course, I will say that the I do not think we would have the success we did now if we did not have the podcast. The podcast definitely like helped break us into the stratosphere. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, we turned into the podcast that shall not be named to some people.
It is super duper bizarre to me. Not even a year ago, Lumi, we got like however many views your first stream about Akiwara Marina got. I think I remember it was like 12 to 20 people just watched us on that very first stream. And now on the podcast channel, we get between 100 to 200 people a week. And people know our names now.
It's like, hold on, because since the first stream was on my channel, I believe.
Yes.
Let me see how many views it got. Let's see, 11 months ago.
Yep.
It's sitting at 76 views, and I think I only had like, let me look at my analytics.
I don't know if it'll tell you live. It might tell you live viewers. I can't remember though.
Peak concurrent, 2.
Wait, really?
Yes.
I must have been thinking of Twitch then. Because I know you had more people on Twitch. Oh, man. That first week of the podcast was so stressful. Because it could, like, literally, if that first week had gone any other way, because of how things were going behind the scenes with Marina, oh my gosh. Can you imagine? Could you imagine if we went another way because Marina was like, "Oh, don't trust Mizu. He's a white supremacist." And oh man, it would have been so crazy. Found Akuma I recommended. Well, I'm glad that you found me and that you had decided to like me.
Or actually, hold on, no, I was looking at the wrong stream. Let me see. 12 viewers, peak concurrence too.
Okay.
So yeah, it was the same.
Okay, that's what I thought. Mizu's the white supremacist. You mean Mizu isn't? I don't think like. Okay, Dev made a joke that we were left leaning today, and I had to laugh really really hard at that because it's just like it's not true. We're also not far right leaning as well either. That's the thing that's really funny is like nobody really knows what side to put us on. I would say that we are very middle of, well, I would consider myself middle of the road, but with conservative and liberal takes. And I would say that mostly accurately describes all three of us. I don't know. What do you think?
Huh?
Well, would you say that like all three of us are mostly like middle of the road with conservative and like liberal takes? Because at least
Yeah,
I feel like
so.
I do. Yeah. I mean, like, I think a very healthy person isn't necessarily one way or the other. But like, yeah. New viewer, but old VTuber viewer. Still find uncomfortable how mean you are sometimes in the podcast, but the entertainment value is bigger than being mean. I mean, like... yes and no on being mean. Like, I try to be fair. I think we all do. It's just difficult.
Anyway, Masumi, please post refs of your model in the Discord so I can draw art. Which Discord? I mean, I can also just link you my refs as well.
Depends upon frame, US versus Europe or elsewhere, so I don't like the term. Fair enough. By the way, Twitter's officially prohibited in Brazil. RIP. RIP in pepperoni. Brazil. Like I said, that is tyranny. And if anybody is defending that tyranny, it's kind of gross of you to do so.
Oh wait, hold on. Did that post the wrong one? Yeah, I posted the wrong one. That one.
I found you on Twitter. You said base things, so I followed. Well, I appreciate that. I see, chat. Here's the thing. And this is something Dev said as well. Dev said that he thinks that most VTubers are like left-leaning, and I don't think so.
Well, I said most VTubers are left-leaning because most English VTubers are left-leaning.
Well, English ones, yes, but I don't think a majority are. I think some of them are hiding it though.
I mean, you've seen how VTubers talk in the groom cord.
Yes. Yes. Yes, I have. It's just so stupid. Most are college-age girls? Yes. Yes, they are. Some of them are, very fragile. I just personally don't think... I think that some of the really good ones are not, though. Most corpos are left-leaning. Most indies are center to right. It depends. I really feel like it depends. I don't know. I don't know. You'd have to, like, point out specific individuals. You know? Kesha and Pippa appear to be the odd ones out as they are more open about it. Yeah, they are. I mean, like, here's the thing. We're approaching an age where it is way more cool to be way more right-leaning, and so you are going to see... I mean, you are going to see people try to cancel each other.
Oh, Pippa's left-leaning, I guess.
Pippa is left? What do you mean Pippa is left? That makes no sense. Pippa is left? You've seen clips of how crazy Pippa is, right?
I mean, there's a difference between it needs to be in a mental asylum and being right-leaning.
I mean, fair enough. See, yeah, chat, I don't know how Pippa would be considered left. She does edgy jokes. She is socially left, but culturally right.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Dev had a ceiling bird chirp. Oh my gosh, does Dev need to change his... Does he need to change his smoke alarm?
Wait, hold on. I wonder... For next Archcast, let me see. Do I have... no one has... I don't have a soundboard sound for smoke alarm, babe. I'm gonna have to do that for next week.
Oh no. So you have access to put down soundboard sounds as well?
I mean, I know I do for the groom cord. You wanna hear the funny one I just recently added?
Hold on, let me make sure yours are on, because I silenced everybody's because I would have Temp and our friend Dom come in, and they would just like, okay, yours is unmuted, perfect. Yeah, go ahead. That's all one clip.
Yep, that's just Proctor dying.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yes,
Oh.
Muffy, I got the Proctor laugh. I have the longer one from the toaster stream. There's a couple more sounds that I need to make into MP3s to add to the groom cord soundboard.
Amanda's dying and you're laughing. Listen, I instinctively like to laugh when people are also laughing. I got that from my mom, who, by the way, the laugh that I have is my mom's laugh.
It sounds like a squeaking animal, but no, that's just how Proctor sounds. That's just how Proctor sounds. His laugh makes me laugh. It's funny.
It does, yes. I would love to see Pippa on Archcast. Ooh. Listen, chat, here's the thing. Pippa will probably never collab with an IRL streamer again. And you have one race car driver to thank for that. Okay?
Who?
Huh?
Who?
Camelot.
I don't know who that is.
He is the one who pretended to do a face dox of Pippa. As a joke.
Dude.
As a joke.
Yeah.
and the biggest problem that people have with him is, again, and I mentioned this a couple of different times, but like when you're coming into a VTubing sphere, a place where people are very protective of their privacy, when you pretend to violate it like that, people will still take it seriously. Baldo Orbiter, yeah, he is also like an orbiter for Nick Arcada as well, and sweeps for him. So, and this is something that I am trying to talk about with IRL streamers. Like, if you are a streamer that like does not use a model, that is a big thing that you need to try and teach them, so that if they come into the space, they learn to respect it. Because if they're not going to respect that rule about faces and personal information, they are not going to get anywhere with VTubers. They will be shut off and gatekept from the rest of the community. Because that's very important to them. And that's what he didn't get. That's what nobody realizes, is the moment you start joking about that is the moment that you're going to lose all of support from all of the good VTubers. You know?
I'm gonna be right back real quick.
Okay, sounds good. He's a crybaby hick that won't shut up about his Groomba. I played the VTuber versus IRL challenge. He did it in bad faith. He did do it in bad faith, yes. But again, this is just something that... And I know, like, thankfully we have blessed individuals, like Legal Mindset, that are coming in to repair the... repair the reputation of IRL streamers. Are we talking about Camelot? Yes. He's not stupid, he was doing it for the drama. Oh, I definitely don't believe he was stupid. I definitely believe that there was reason for it. Because again, you sometimes have people that will do things for drama because there's nothing better for them to do. And Camelot is just one of those people that I really don't like. So... he's one of those people where he initially followed me for a while, and he talked to me, and I toyed around with the potential idea of bringing him onto the podcast. Mostly because I wanted to... he doesn't follow me anymore. But I toyed around with the idea of bringing him onto the podcast just to make fun of him, because he is insufferable. Very insufferable. And so I just wanted to laugh at him a little bit because he was just acting like a tard, you know? So that was what was going to happen, but I think he wised up to my ideas. Not because I said anything, but I just think he realized that I was not going to be very nice. But like, he's just one of those individuals where I think that like gatekeeping exists for a reason, and he is the one that will be gatekept. And there's still going to be people that'll be, there's still a couple of VTubers that'll be okay with him. And you know what? I don't mind if they are fine with him, you know? Just like I don't mind if certain VTubers or certain people interact with other people that have not been nice to other people. This is something I've kind of had to learn. Well, really, this is something I've had to like reevaluate. Unless a streamer or a content creator does something horribly egregious, and there's really only a few things on that list, as long as they are, how do I say this? As long as they haven't done those absolutely egregious things and they're not actively trying to be a shithead, then I really don't feel like there is any place to try and push you away from them, or try and so to speak. How am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is, like, I'm not going to be stupid about people being friends with other people when they aren't being stupid. You know, Cat, I'm assuming you're talking about Cat Liente, which I agree. Caliente is another example that we need to get keep hard. Yes. A fun fact about Caliente, she's getting sponsored by a what was it called? There's like a content creator program that she's a part of now, where she will get to teach people how to be the next big content creators. That's cool. Not really, but you know. She's doing a ninja. I don't know what that means. Like a Lara? I kind of. Let me see if I can find the tweet. I replied to it, so I should have it. Here it is. Creator U. It's a very small account. I don't know how big this actually is. It looks like these are some of the people that sponsor with them. It is a I'm not really quite sure what it is. It looks like an app where they help teach you how to make content creation and stuff. But guess who one of the big people is? Oh my gosh, it is Caliente, the person that helped in the harassment of a couple of VTubers. Oh. You know, chat, I really don't know how this happens. You know? Really don't know how this happens. Maybe it's just because she's so good at sweeping it under the rug. Now, obviously, chat, none of us here touch the poo, so I don't want any of you causing any issues here, alright? I think that she will continue to burn herself to the ground. Or maybe she'll wise up, unlike a Lara, and step away from talking about VTubers in the way that she did. With any hope. Aren't those content creator courses a waste of time? Yes. 9 out of 10 times, these are wastes of time. What I have said and what I will continue to maintain is that the best people to learn from are literally just study the people at the top. And even though Mr. Beast is in a lot of drama right now, he is still one of the best examples to learn from. And that is free advice, by the way. How much you want to bet the comment is hidden? I don't see any hidden comments right here, so... Oh yeah, there's no hidden posts. But, like... creator courses instinctively never seem to work. They just don't work, alright? And the reason why is because even though they put together these courses, and I've seen some of these courses before, I have content creator friends who were given these materials by their organizations for free to study from. And I do not believe a lot of the time that these kinds of things work. The reason why is just, again, they are trying to apply what happens to a singular creator. Like we'll just take Alara, for example. Alara kind of passed hers off as just like, oh, this is what worked for me, so I'm gonna apply the exact same shit to you. Now, I'm hoping and praying that's not all the case. Hoping and praying. But, like, these courses don't work. I don't think any of them have ever really just worked. And so, it really does suck to see people fall into this trap. It really does. Oh, you know what? You're right. I do remember. Ninja made a book, didn't he? He, like, wrote a book. I forgot about that. Hello. We're talking about Cat Liente and how she was added to that new Creator U course there.
I think she co-runs it.
You think she co-runs it?
I believe so.
Real? I would be very surprised if that's the case. If that's the case, it's just another Alara thing. Oh man, that really sucks then. But no, we're just talking about like how content creator courses never really work out. They always suck.
Mm-hmm.
And how really the best way to learn is to study people like Mr. Beast. Not how to like groom people, obviously, chat, but like study his thumbnails, study how he makes his videos. Because even though there is a little bit of social engineering in it, like he shows you how successful videos